Family, man.
Yeah.
About some dogs.
Yeah.
Hey, I know I'm a dog. Hey, I know Daryl.
Hey, you already know how it is.
Trainer,
You know how it is.
Hey, we some dogs.
Yes, sir.
Hey, we about to turn up one time on these boys. They're not ready. They're not ready for it.
Like,
hey,
be honest.
it's their homecoming. Let's smash on these boys.
Yeah.
Let's smash on these boys. And then we hit the field like, woo! All day like, woo! All night like, woo! And we ready like, woo! Dale Thomas like, woo! Offense like, woo! Smashing boys like, woo! Yeah! And we get it like, woo! And my dogs like, woo! And it sound like, woo! All day like, all night like, all day like, all night like, food like, offense like, defense like, squad like, let's go like, in the sound like, in the sound like.
Yo, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yes, my people, welcome back. Wa'anagi wa'yagi. Wa'anagi wa'yagi. Hadayna fahmi wa fahmi dona hadayna barawina baradana. Oh yes, this is SS. We're back here. Eid Mubarak to all my brothers and sisters. Eid Mubarak, Eid Mu'afiyah. Y'all already know we're back. We're back in this mode. We're back like we never left. Let me just throw out the link straight away for anyone that wants to jump in. And again, I apologize that I'm late. You know me, I always try to look for that 8 o'clock slot, but I just, there ain't enough time nowadays. As you get older, you feel like there's not enough time. 24 hours sometimes. But alhamdulillah, انت نحيصنا وانت لا نسين دون ان شاء الله يا ربي يا رحمن. Yes, that's doing it. Let me just slap this out there. I got some, what's it called? Furthermore, yeah, man, how you lot been? My people, let me slap this. Hey, links in the chat, my people. Anyone that wants to jump in before we proceed to give my people what they need. Iwa Ramadan, how was your Eid? Some people talk to me. Unfortunately, this Eid, I didn't have time, so I was working through it. I know that's a bad thing. Some people are going to go to me, but it is what it is, Over here in Somali speakers, no days off. Yes, what's good, my family? Yeah, right. First in the chat, I'm good. How are you? Like your little avatar, I like that still. Chinese little manga, I don't know, anime with a little night tick, I like that still. Anyway, yeah, man. I put up some content this week. Yeah, a lot of people are like, Khalid, and I was reading the chat, and hence why that's why I put the title. Are we becoming lambs to the slaughter? That's the question I've got for all my panelists. That anyone that jumps in, are we? Yeah, I already know. That's what it is. That's what it is. And if you don't know, I'm gonna play a quick video just to remind you. And a lot of people in the comment section, he was joking. Even in the video, people are like, no, this guy was chatting west, real. I was like, nah, man, this man means it. And a lot of people in the comment section, oh shit, I hate that. That's so, yeah. That's what I'm saying. So let me watch this. Let me know what your thoughts are, and then we'll discuss this.
couple of weeks ago, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad, I was with this Ethiopian brother. He told me that the sea belongs to Ethiopia. What do you guys think? Come take it.
Which sea?
Come take the sea. No, I'm talking the Red Sea, the whole East India Ocean, the Red Sea. Boss, remember, stick to your word. You said it belongs to Ethiopia.
You are Habasha as well.
Oh,
Somali is Habasha.
okay. Well, we are Habasha as well.
Somali, Oromo, Eritrea, Djibouti.
Everyone's
All
same people.
this you are part of Habasha.
Same people.
Yes.
Same people, same language.
No. We're different. We are very different, my brother.
Ogaden, you know Somali in Ethiopia more than Somali outside, and they live in peace. They feel proud. They are in the Ethiopian army.
Yeah.
You should join us.
Join you
Ethiopia is
how?
getting
Why do I
bigger.
want?
Why should join you?
Because
Let's be honest. You don't like us. You are a historic enemy. What's this? No, it's true. It's true.
Ethiopia is not a religion or color or anything. Ethiopia is a multicultural
You ask any Habasha, anyone,
unity of East Africa.
anyone who's not Ethiopian Orthodox or that is enemy, especially any Muslim. It's clear. It's clear, my brother. Let's be honest.
That's
We
what
never had a
It's clear.
We never had a Muslim prime minister. A Muslim prime minister ever.
No, even
have
if
it
that
now.
was,
No, is he good or bad?
Ahmed Ali.
Yeah, is he good?
He's not Muslim.
He's good. He's the best.
Is he good or
He feel nationalist. And Ahmed Shide is one of his good advisors.
Sure.
Huh?
Sure.
Shide. And we have Muhammad Al-Arusi. He's dealing about the Ethiopian dam and everything. You know, if Ethiopian get rich, 60% are Muslim. They're going to be happy. They're going to live nicely.
They don't live nice now.
Huh?
They don't live nice now.
More nicer. Better. Ethiopia.
He was
Somali in
implying
Ethiopia
something.
live better than all the Somalis around.
Are you crazy?
Yes.
And but underneath Ethiopian occupation, occupied.
Africa,
Africa? Nah, man.
they live nice in Somalia too. No, you only look at
War inside.
where?
Islam.
Mogadishu. Where?
Mogadishu.
Only Mogadishu. You think Somalia is only Mogadishu?
That's the main
No, I'm
thing.
just saying. No, but that's what you think. There's so many other cities.
Somaliland.
No. It's also Garowe.
The money they take is like this.
Mogadishu.
Ethiopia bill never change. Always valuable.
What do you mean Ethiopia, bro? So you're trying to say right now, yeah, we need to unify because Somalis are living nice underneath occupation. Because the land doesn't belong to Ethiopia.
Only, you know, this year we're going to keep our water, make these dams, start producing electric. Then Ethiopia will be rich. Then he will beg us. We want to join you.
You want us to beg you?
We
Okay.
are always welcome because we want United East Africa.
I don't think it will
We
happen.
want one block.
You cannot unite with
He's trying to say Ethiopia is going to beg us.
fighting 30 years.
Rare,
Ethiopia.
5%.
You can't unite with them. They have
Habasha.
problems with Tigray. You can't
Remember the most I said.
Eritrea. You
He's trying to
can't
say
unite with Eritrea. How you want to unite with Somalia? You
No,
crazy.
Eritrea United. Already united. The army. Eritrea is here and
Let me bring you Eritrean people. Let me secure with you. I can bring you now. I'm not even Eritrean. I don't know the policy.
Eritreans.
I want to explain how you're going to take the seat.
More Eritreans they
Yeah,
fight in
because of
Tigray.
war. Because they take their land.
What door done at Habash Muscle?
They take their land.
Ah.
Don't worry, man. This-
And
this
you
is
said
all
you're going to beg us. I want to explain why Somalia is going to beg you.
Because Ethiopia is a rich country,
They go off each
it's
other.
a powerful country. And after we build this dam, it's going to produce a lot of electric.
So you're going to take over the East Africa. And we're going to come beg you, Somalia, to join.
Either you join us or
by
you
force.
cross the border, you live in Yemen or Saudi
He's
Arabia.
winding you up, man. He's just winding. He's winding you up. A Kichwabi. A Kichwabi.
No, but he's being serious. Me and him just had this debate.
serious, man.
He's joking.
Don't worry. We'll join you after you join.
Medammer, there is a program
I'm
coming with
calling.
Abiy Ahmed. It's called Medammer.
Madam Mayor.
That means like joining each other.
Yeah?
Joining the
First let
Ethiopia is to
Eritrea
be
join.
Did you
federalist.
say, what do you say? How do you say it?
Medammer.
Madam Mayor. We say Midnimo.
But I don't know his Somali.
Do you know what, man?
In Arabic it means Mudammir.
Madam Mayor.
Mudammir is destroyer.
Destroyer. In Arabic means destroyer. Ahmed Guri, he gives these guys nightmares for 400 years. Habashi still eat raw meat because of this guy. Sas Baku die.
He was sent by the Ottoman Empire. He was given help by the Turkish Sultan.
You guys were really, whenever you heard his name, it started shaking, bro.
Don't worry.
Adelaide,
First
Sultanate, somewhere in.
First join with Eritrea. Forget Somalia. Join with Eritrea first. Unify with them.
It's a dream.
We get united with Saudi Arabia and Emirates, this Ali Saud and Ethiopia.
Brother, let's talk
We
serious.
will let them control
Wallah,
the,
we look at Iyad,
the Arabian Peninsula, Syria, Iraq, everything, and they give us this part. Because Saudi Arabia have problem with this Ikhwani. They have problem with Turkey. Their problem with Pakistani, the other bloc, the Sufi and the Salafi thing.
You know the Jashi.
So the Saudi, they're helping us, a lot of armies. We keep their kingdom, they keep our Ethiopia.
This is serious. This is no joke. This is serious talk. Let's talk serious.
I'm talking serious. Maybe I'm looking like a joke. You see me
I know
here
he's
like a
being
normal
serious.
hair.
He's being serious.
Speaker's corner, man. No one's serious. Is that really in your heart?
I have a diplomatic passport.
No, is that in your heart what you just said? Is it
You
in
don't know
your
the
heart?
problem in the Middle
That's
East?
what you actually want.
You don't know the problem in the Middle East? You see Shia and Sunnah? You don't know the Yemeni problem between the and inside the Sunnah.
Let's talk about East Africa. You said you're gonna take the whole sea, and then Ethiopia is gonna colonize Somalia. Explain to me.
The Amir of Dubai,
Forget about Dubai.
Ben Zayed.
We're East Africa. Let's go. Let's go.
I don't care about Arab.
Okay,
I don't care about Arab.
it is about one world order. East Africa, Ethiopia will colonize all Ethiopia, all the area.
How is Ethiopia?
After the Red Sea, this side. The other side will be Ali Saud and their family will control the other side. This is how they divided the area. So we are building the dam. We make Egypt to pay money.
You can't even deal with Tigray. You had to beg the whole of you. Ethiopia is falling apart. Huh?
To
do that again?
Tigray like this, Tigray. You know Tigray? You know how the Ethiopian army make you?
Okay, yeah.
Egypt give you money, give you army, we took the army. Egypt give you missile, we took the missile.
Yeah.
That's it.
I wish a strong Somalia,
Egypt,
you say that's
you
a
pay
strong
money,
Somalia,
you open
man.
the door.
Come on, one line. Come on, you got.
We have two holes in the dam, the nation's dam. One is for Sudan, one for Egypt. Egypt, you pay money, we open. You don't pay money, we close. And the other one is for Sudan. You pay money, we open.
Nah, he's on it.
There was a day $1. People pay money for petrol, but now you pay for water. That's it. Now we make you pay for water. This is Ethiopian resource.
I don't need your water. I'm Somali. I don't need your
There
water.
are some water going to Somalia.
Exactly.
He said he's gonna take it. He said he's gonna take it. Jeez.
Somalia and Ethiopia live better than
Wallahi,
Somalia.
Come on. No, he's on it. He's on it. Wallahi, he's on it.
You cannot govern.
Ethiopia will have patriotic people who can fight for their nation. We don't have individualism, but Somalians, they are clan.
You're divided. What are you about? These guys are divided themselves, man. You can't even deal with the Oromos. I know. You guys are divided yourselves.
Go Mogadishu, how they live.
Ethiopia.
Mogadishu will have peace only when join Ethiopia.
وهدول نجحنا فيه.
You know the money in Mogadishu, their money is there. They take it like this.
Let's go.
You have a lunch in Mogadishu, you have to pay money like this. The beer always strong. The beer have been there strong always.
Keep the beer.
You don't care about the bill.
Ethiopia is falling apart, and you know that.
I bet he was a nobody in Ethiopia.
Yeah, he was.
He was a nobody.
I'm Ethiopian, that's enough.
Kaba polish lu hançle balish la kaba tole.
It's okay, I'm Ethiopian though. We are
Yo, Amhara, you say this Amhara.
They pay money for the dam. Every Ethiopian pays for the dam.
Wallahi, this is what I'm saying. United Kenya, don't know club. Wallahi, إلا استعلي bro. بالله يمكن كينيا عربتها والله.
I'm not nationalist. So Somalia is going to
I'm on it.
destroy
I love the way we flip. عشان كده اسكن معانا إنه.
because they don't have any.
It's true, that's their dream, though.
That's it. So we got enough of us here. Let me. I can only record 10 minutes.
We have, we have some community.
We're going to do a Somali thing now.
Somalis, they come and tell you, I'm Somali, but I'm not part of it. I'm Somali.
Somali is Somali. There's only one Somali. There's not a Somali. There's Somali. Especially to a foreigner.
Which one are you? Are you Somalia?
Wait.
Which one?
Only Somali.
Which one?
Wait.
I don't even know what you're saying.
You're Amhara, yeah? You're Amhara.
Amhara,
I
yes.
can tell. I know you. I know you. I can smell them.
That's it.
I
We
know.
are the kings of Ethiopia, of East Africa.
Yeah.
That's why you can't control 5% Tigray.
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, who's that?
Who's that? You jumped on my thing. You should know who you are.
Aniga yaa wadhahay waa meesha ku taalo ma jeedid.
Yeah, buddy.
Hadde.
Oh, oh, say no more. Say no more. Say no more. You that. I'm come from the other day.
Yaa wadhahay, yes sir. You said that.
Man, that's it. I like it. I like it. You know, I love it. Furthermore, yeah, buddy.
Yeah,
Talk to me.
wadhahay. Yeah, but
You was just what?
tell him, yeah, why can't you not tell this Ethiopian fat boy, yeah, sort out your own problems internally before you start taking other people's country, bro?
Nah, do you know what it is, yeah? Someone said this in the chat. I think Fad said it the best. The Habashi grand plan. Yeah, but they talk to me. What do you think about that, brother?
Habashi
yeah,
grand plan, there is no grand plan. They have to sort out the suburb first. They're fighting between themselves who's going to be the leader or which Qabil is going to control this and which Qabil is going to control that. Internally, they have their own beef. So marka waxaa leedahay hadda tan wuxuu laga dhaadhicinaya one world, all that Africa, East Africa. Wuxuu rabo ku sheegaya, bro.
No, but if this is their grand plan, I keep telling you, and I hope you guys seen the I hope you guys have seen the thumbnail as well. Yeah, the thumbnail, the picture in the beginning where Africa gets Osman Lagahaya, and the title and the question of the day. Every panelist I'm doing to it, yeah, but it is, are we become lambs to the slaughter? What do you think?
We've been for a while. We've been slow. You know, we've been in that position for a while. The idea is they have a grand plan to come out of that position. They have.
And what's the grand plan?
To come out, well, not to be a lamb for the slaughter anymore. You know, that's the plan. Just to be our own, by ourselves, by our own things, do our own things. That's the plan. That's what all of us would love to have. All Somalis would love to have that.
You get me? Someone, Khalid Appa said, I don't know if you know this guy, but he said, yeah, but they laugh out loud. I think you know what that means, yeah?
Yeah.
But you're telling me, yeah? I've spoken to a couple of these guys. We even had one exact. I think this is his dad. Maybe he's I think this might be his dad, innit? Yeah. We had a guy like this on the panel. I think he was a Yehudi Khani or Habashi there. Same ideology, but that car أنا قاسكله بوتاجني. واحد ما يقول حم حياة كذا دعية.
After عندما كلا يعني مسكحه. Listen, you cannot take any man's opinion, yeah, for real. You cannot. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone is entitled to something.
Okay.
Seriously, we wouldn't be in the position where we are in right now. We would all be shooting each other a long time ago. His ideology, what he thinks is going to happen.
Okay.
He's just getting people angry. We're going to take the sea. Or East Africa is going to be Ethiopia. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to get you worked up. He gets me worked up. I'm not lying to you. Some of the words he says, you know, actually gets to you as a Somali or Dremisa.
No, but recently, there was I don't know, there was a news report or something going on where Ethiopia actually, I don't know whether they revealed their card. You know, in a poker game, you know, I don't know if they showed their card where they had a map of East Africa. The whole thing was covered, and he said Ethiopia.
Okay, I don't know you're not. Where
so. No, sometimes, yeah. Yeah, brother. There's an old saying, especially in Somali speakers. I go by this old saying in it, yeah.
Yeah.
A wise man learns more from a fool than a fool learns off a wise man.
Which is true.
Which is true, right?
Yeah, which is true.
Okay, so let's try to be a bit, you know, wise. Let's and let's listen to this fool. Do you get where I'm coming from? And again, I'm going to repeat, if someone just come in, a wise man learns more off a fool than a fool learns off a wise man. So when I saw them pictures there, you know what they say, naval base, no already son, yeah.
Okay.
Where said that ports, it's all like Kuchiran, Berbera, Bosaso, Mogadishu. High population, non-numbers. Like I'm saying, they, you know, if things come to a plan, you never know. Yeah, Gmail, my sister, yeah, Warunta. There can't be a plan, but Allah's plan is better. They could plan, but Allah's plan is better, yeah? I totally agree with you, sister. Allah has the best of planners. Ta'anu musku haysuno. Do you get where I'm coming from? نعم.
America,
plus
America,
أحسن.
America, America market. They had all military bases all over Somalia. And what happened? We had a war with them. What happened? Did they succeed in what they wanted to do? Did they
Come on,
take
are we over? Come on, are we over? You know that? Yeah, okay, cool. You know
Yeah,
the whole
did they
Black
take
Hawk
over
Down.
the country? They didn't take over the country, did they? So
fuck's sake.
anybody can have a plan. We
I
all
don't
have.
even no. At that time, yeah, I don't. Let's be frankly honest. You know when people pull out for the Black Hawk Down card. Okay, cool. I respect it. Don't ever get it twisted. Yeah, but I respect that movement. As a proud coffee, I respect that. I'm not gonna lie to you, coffee show either Basagale. But when you say military base, up to Afri when they came to try to do something and it backfired. It wasn't like the whole Dole of Balasadre.
They had their embassies, their military bases everywhere, bro. They had everywhere. They were sitting down everywhere, bro. But things happen, things that don't go to their plan, things happen. So the same thing will happen to these idiots who think they can do what they want to do and can show you a plan. They showed you he showed you a map. You saw the map. If you take
it's all over their national TV. I'm just saying it was just all over their national TV. It came
I
up.
know. That's their national TV.
And then it trended amongst us.
On Al Jazeera. I never saw this map on Al Jazeera, nor did I see it on the world news platform. I only saw it in their area. Yeah, okay. I can put a map on Universal TV tonight. I can put a map saying all East Africa waxay noqonaysa Somalia. Yeah, but the caalam baa laga tagaya meesha hadaan rabo. You get me? I can put that map right now on Universal TV, bro. It makes no difference. It makes no difference. You can't literally take him. He's entitled to his opinion. So are we. So we tell him exactly.
Well, so are we. But so this is an opinion and a question I threw out. And again, anyone that's just joined, please hit the like and subscribe button, share, and you know, nagi wa yagi aden na fahmi donan. Aden na barona barodon. As we say with our chest. Again, I'm gonna ask the question for Dadwin Yal. For anyone that's just joined in the chat. I personally lamb to a slaughterhouse. Have we become in that? We're heading that way. It seems like everyone wants a piece of us. And you know me, Yaberde, man. I've been stepping on the necks of every single politician out here, innit? Yeah. Is it time we start having this honest conversation as the people that's going to be inherited a mess? Do you get where I'm coming from? We're going to inherit this bullshit. Do you get where I'm coming from? We've already inherited bullshit.
The Horn of Africa, we've always been after. There isn't a country that was not after us. Every time, there was a time Italy was after us. There was a time France tried to take over Somalia. There was time English tried. There was all sorts of times. People try all the time. This is the Horn of Africa. This is the entrance, the golden gate to the African country worldwide. You come to, you don't have to travel all around the Indian Ocean just to hit other countries, bro. Once you come to the Horn of Africa, every country is accessible to you.
You could go this way, that way, this way, that way, that way, this way, this way, that way. And plus, and one thing people forget, geographically, I think we're seeing one of the best locations in the world. I think everyone tends to forget that.
Yeah, of course.
And it's just more strategically, you get what I'm coming from.
Geographically, yes. All the maps. When a ship comes through from Europe, West, wherever it's coming from, even America, Pacific, easiest access to Africa. Most of the time for them is through the Black Sea into the Horn of Africa. Off they go to Africa and do what they want to do, or distribute what they want to do. It's easier for them to do so. This has been proven before when the United Kingdom was doing their things. When they were Egypt, they used to come through East Africa. The Aden, the Gulf of Aden, Egypt will take a century. You understand? This is the easiest access. We're always gonna have beef.
They want to go to Katali. One tally.
All had Somalia nation who never gives up, regardless.
Yeah, come on. Puntai General said this. Sad times that we live in. Brother Ahmed, one of my favorite panelists, all the way from the stateside USA. My brother. He said, let's get into this. This is the question I wanted to ask. The leadership, this disastrous, poor leadership. Yeah, brother, you kind of interrupted me. I was in a flow there. I need to land this one. This is the one that mind boggles me. I need to really go higher. It's these men yeah? And someone asked me the other day, Khalid, I think you were there, yeah, brother. You know, when you know. yes, it's about time. Like, I can't see these people kursigan for there. And what are the 50 million people there? Or the gal kuchri for Sudan? So what? Like, like, it's the likes of these politicians. Because again, like, I'm a type of person. Yeah, I'm trying to make models of my little a reactive community, not a not a reactive, a proactive community, not reactive. I'm trying to say, let's plan ahead, let's do things, and like I said, we're gonna be inheriting this bullshit soon. I know we're not gonna call it. I know probably somewhere. I know you, yeah, but then I say, you're gonna get a G pass sooner or later for some uncles of yours. But what can we do now then?
Not
What can
really.
we do now then?
Up to the leadership in Somalia.
That was a little shot.
All Africa. I know that was a little shot. I just let it slide there.
By the way, me and Yaba, we know each other, so I think the crowd can actually tell. Go ahead.
Yeah, listen, this is the leadership. The issue we have in most of Africa, including Somalia, mainly, I'm speaking for Somalia. I can't speak for the whole continent. What I'm saying is, when you have a leader that's like 50, 60 plus years, and he comes into power, imagine, can you, up to ummadan waxa loogu talagalay Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam ummadiisa waxa la dhahay waqtigooda average was 60 years. Anytime above 60, it's a bonus for me. This leader, Ilahi Ka'absu, in your head, you think next 40 years or 50 years coming, he's not even going to be alive, so he's not even thinking that far ahead.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you need younger generations, that mature, young adults, educated people who can progress the country and pick it up from where it is and take it to a different platform. It's not going to happen while we have these old people coming in like come on, we need younger guys, 40, 45, 40 years old. You need guys like that, at least 20 years or so for career and motor. They have hope. They feel hope in rich فكرته وعلمه وسيدة وقت يصير مستدون كصار مست وهذا كنا leader أكون قنا. It's very tough. It's very tough.
Okay. Yeah, but this is going to be my leading other question, Malala, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. This generation in the high star. That's, quote unquote leaders. I call them Took. I'm sorry. Did you think these guys or do you think this is a foreign concept to us? That's why it felt disastrous.
No, I think I don't think from much the Somali that
I don't think from much. I think he grew up underneath, Siad and that dictatorship. I think he was a Daliera at them times. I'm talking about the generations above him. I'm talking about Siaz, the the YSL. Because I'm gonna literally do research on the YSL. I'm kind of obsessive with them because I've seen a couple of things I don't like.
Yeah, but
that particular group of men, that changed Waddan Kenya, changed the whole landscape, and we are in this disaster till now. I want to pinpoint them disasters. Them men are still in control. Will you remember that, my brother?
No,
it's that they're dying off, but they're still in control. They're pulling the string, that generation.
Yeah,
do you think that generation? Okay, do you think that Rebadi or hand selected or hand legally? I don't know. Do you think that Kenya, this whole foreign concept of Dolet, is not us?
It's not us. It's not our beliefs. It's not what we want. No, I don't believe so. It's not us. This is like, I don't know, mentality from a bushman. Sometimes it could be underhanded, or sometimes it could be some foreign power undermining everything. You don't know what it is. But for this YSL group, I can't say much about them because I don't know. I don't like to say anything about people I don't know nothing about. You understand? I mean, as far as I'm concerned, we do not have leaders who will establish the country as a country and take us to the next level. I haven't seen that for the last 5, 6 years, 10 years. I haven't even seen that, bro. It's very hard to come across a leader who will do that for you. And if he does come, he doesn't last long. He gets taken care of when something happens to him. Regardless. You know what I'm saying? But these things happen, bro. I haven't seen a leadership who could do what they can, what we want, what the nation wants. horumar bay rabaan waxbay rabaan inay samaystaan guryahay rabaan inay dhistaan naagay rabaan caruur bay rabaan waxbay samaysanayaan they don't want to choose sit down iska qayl meesha iska fadhiyo dad tugso maanta from the west nobody wants that life bro but if you're forced to it you're forced to danta da ku khasabto laakiin waxaan leeyahay aniga we do not want waxyaalaha hadda taan waddankeena ka socdo we want better for all of us regardless of who you are where you're from.
That's true, and that's true. But you said something that popped into my head. Yeah, and this is what I wanted to ask you. You said Dalyaradan ma doonintay Faristan qayraan oo hagan. Okay, obviously Dalyaradan badadka isku tuureen, right?
Yeah,
and they're trying to leave wadanka in drones. This is a plan. Africa Dalyaradis laga kaxay wadamahooda la baabiyo. We all know this brain drain, the hog drain, waxaa doonintay Europe la dhiso. So on hindsight on that, what should we do about that? Go ahead, my bro. You have something to say.
No, waxay u malaynayaan dadka waxay u malaynayaan like that you're in heaven and they're in hell. Marka Somali maskaxda qofka waxa ku jirta dhalinyarada maskaxda waxa ku jirta. I'm tired of this. I've been in this for so long. Meeshaan waxa ku dhex jira for so long. Waxaan rabaa hadda tan I'm going to take downtime, take my chance and go to a better land. Mo'oga is not welcome here. He doesn't know. As soon as he enters, he's a number. Maba a human anymore. It's a figure. It's a number. It's a number, bro. What we have male waa number waa qof number buu noqonaya qofkii mar wadda ku soo galay wala xisaabinaya halkaan la geynaya meel bal waxa detention bal gelinaya it's even worse at least Somali uu socon karay meelihiisa ma mari karay halkaan waa la xiraya marka meeshii baadada tuula laga tuuraya tuula lagu necib yahay
tuula waxa lagu geeyay
dhagax lagaaga soo dhaxdusida daaqada wallahi they think better like no but danta ku khasbas the fikrada kula cararaysa you know the youngsters they tried everything up to I've seen educated guys who have university degrees who have a lot of things bro in Somalia but he ain't got nothing no opportunities available to him no opportunities available to him and you know Africa is who you know what taqana and what you don't know you see some guys or power ku fadhiya unugiis ma meesha fadhiisana waxba aqoonin. You understand? Rather than the man who's educated, who actually spend time to learn about what he's, you know, how to do
time to perfect his craft.
Yeah, perfect his craft. But they choose the guys who are, you know, just blagging their way through it. A lot of school of was scared, bro. He don't give a shit.
So again, this is the question. This is another question. How do we stop this generation? Because we can't get rid of it. Because you know, we live in a culture that's amazing with all that, yeah. I hate some of the sisters gonna be like, oh my god, I'm not gonna. That's the only two people in our community I know how to shake. We've been doing that too. I'm saying
you cannot be sida kala dhaqmi karno odayaasha tan oo la dhaqmaan oo la dhaqmi karno waa in oo la dhaqankeena aqoonin waxayna aqoonin waxa cusub hadda u keentid waa inuu ku dhigay ku khasban yihiin shacabka badankiisa waa dhalinyaro right now it's not old people shacabka badankiisa dhan waa dhalinyaro.
Assalamu alaikum Muhammad I'm Hirsi my brother Ahmed from the United States of America
Welcome salam
like from now on you know when all the Americans come in from all the Americans come in I'm going to be doing this is what I'm going to be doing for the Americans. Come on, Team US.
Hey.
That's how we're getting in.
That's
Come on, champion,
man.
bro. Come on, we're playing this like
I'm gonna time in, man. I'm gonna time in.
Talk to me.
Haga leadership.
You and
Somalis have the.
Do me a favor. You and Yaba, there, please hold up the panel for me.
All right, I got you, man. All right. Haga leadership. Because the Somali people don't have great leaders. They don't got good leaders. They got horrible leaders. They got the second worst leaders in the world. The worst leaders in the world, in my opinion, are the Arab leaders. They're the worst, like the scum. يعني كوا وحوم واي ما قرأت يعني بن سلمان بن زايد they're the worst. It doesn't get any lower.
Absolutely agree.
كوا Somalia كوا سعكت. But again, the Somali, I see a revolution coming really soon. I think all these old guys won't be around the next 10 years. The country is 70% under 30. And, you know, the leaders are mostly in their 50s and 60s. So I see a revolution. I see the younger guys gonna outmaneuver the older ones, and hopefully they can bring a new energy, new mindset to the people.
New drive, new projects, new goals, you know, new achievements. Up to it's so
ديق
easy.
عصب
League
ديق
عصب,
عصب
what
يعني
all the chemical.
إيه sababtoo هذا يعني كون way ka caafimaad qabaan. Some of the older generation they still hold grudges from whatever happened and whatever, I don't know, but the younger people hopefully they can change that. Maybe sababtoo dadka is not that they're going to live a great life. No, they're gonna help the next generation live a better life than they lived, because their life was ruined by older people who had political differences.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It's
Marka
all right.
hadan
It's okay to have differences in politics or to disagree, but you know, to take it out to the field and make it a personal thing and start killing each other over some argument you had in the parliament, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think that is stopping though. I don't think Somali people don't want to fight no more. I think that all the fighting has shifted over to Ethiopia. I think Ethiopia is going to be in chaos. Is going to be disintegrated, and the Somalis will be, regrouping and regrouping because of Ethiopia. They're not a country that's homogeneous. يعني waxba isku maahan. Isku diin ma wadaagaan, dhaqan ma wadaagaan, afna ma wadaagaan. There's already a civil war brewing. The main reason Somalida u kici weysay was because of the Tigray regime that was in power in Addis Ababa, that was always pulling around strings to turn the Somali people against each other. Magarat.
Yeah, absolutely. Now
They
they're
were
not anymore. Yeah.
yeah, they're not there anymore, but they look like they're about to come back because they are winning the war on the southern front in the Afar region. If they cut off the
Oh,
Djibouti Addis Ababa highway, then Ethiopia will collapse because all side Addis Ababa.
yeah.
Ethiopia, even they won't come back to power, in my opinion, because Ethiopia is ungovernable. Because every region has thousands and thousands and thousands of militia fighters, so it's ungovernable.
Malicious.
It's way worse than
Yeah,
Somalia. It's 100 million times worse than Somalia right now.
yeah, they don't have nothing else. The hunger forces them. They take the gun. They have to fight in order to earn that little $10 a month or $20 a month from
Mate,
from the regime.
no, Ethiopian
That's
whole
all.
government is gonna fail. Trust me, I don't think it's gonna.
Yeah,
1 year, Missy Su'ana said the government. I've been saying this. I've been saying, yo, Ethiopia is before the whole Tigray war even started. I said Ethiopia is not going to last. It's going to disintegrate. It's going to look like the 1991 USSR. You know,
yeah.
wadamo badan aa ka go'aya, man. Nobody even because they don't have an ideology. Ethiopia qasab baa la
No,
iskugu hayay.
absolutely.
Ma ahayn yani baryo. The people conquered nations and nationalities. Everybody except for everybody was colonized. The Tigray, they were even colonized by the Ahmara. So the fabric of Ethiopia was Orthodox Christian, even though they're a minority. The Ahmara
Yeah, and
language,
then you have
even though they're a minority.
and the Israelites كمان شكبوا حماشة إيه حتى.
Kwas they don't get respect. Ahmara, they don't respect the Muslims. They're Muslims. They have a lot of Muslims. Their Muslims are like around 8 million, 7 million Muslims that are Ahmara, but they don't respect them. They don't get any weight. The Israelites, they don't get any respect either. Like you have to be Orthodox Christian. Kuwaasa
Yeah,
awood iska leh power gacanta ku hayaan. Marka ala kulli xaal cadowgeeni soo jireenka ahaa wuu jabay. Marka Somalia looks bright. Young people don't look like they want to fight. They don't want to fight.
Not anymore. Not anymore. We're not interested in fights no more. After got children, we just want a life, man. We want life.
عيالك يليس يعني كبد عياران بيربا قبلها لا شيكيستان. They want to live normal lives. They don't want to
Yeah.
be die in the front. Okay, yeah, Khaled, we've never been saying Ethiopia is going to be disintegrated and it's gonna turn into the USSR. Doesn't it look like it now? What I've been saying.
Inshallah. ونسيدوا عننا وندعي سننا وندعي سنة إن شاء الله.
Inshallah. The next 5 years will coming up. You watch, something amazing will happen, bro.
Inshallah.
I think it's going to be a change too in the leadership. It's going to be a huge change in the next 10 years. I'm not saying 5 years. In the next 10, 15 years, it's going to be a huge difference because the younger people are going to maneuver the older people out the fucking way. They're going to tell them, get out the way. It's our turn.
Has to be done, fam. Has to be done, fam.
That's the idea. That's the revolution. We don't want to do nothing stupid. We just want to take over from this man.
Come
on. Backseat.
That's what I want to hear. What can I get? This is giving me energy. This type of talk is giving me energy. We man saying enough's enough. Wala dali.
Wala dali.
Enough's enough. Fuck that, man. We're not gonna watch another 30 years. Not on our watch. This generation has to do something different.
We gotta make a better way for the next generation that's gonna come after us, so they won't have the hardship that we did.
You don't know.
I mean, I see a revolution. When I say I see a revolution, because I see the population and I see the leadership that's really elder, you know. So it has to. I see a big revolt. Somalia, يعني dhalinyarada inay hogaamiyaan way, in my opinion. Maybe they can bring in new thoughts, new
at least we have
inspiration,
hope.
new energy.
Our generation hope will lay up to
Okay. This is what I want to ask you. Yeah, brother. Yeah, brother, and brother Ahmed. This is what I want to. This is my next. This is, you know me, man. I like to throw something in there all the time. How can we turn hope into action? How can we turn, like you said, yeah, brother, there's hope.
Yeah,
you said there's hope, bro. You said there's hope, and I'm saying this tiredness, this fed up. Because my brothers, I'm tired of coming up here talking about 45 on Maria Qarhis. I'm talking about murders, this, that, displacements, Garcho.
Yeah, but there is hope.
30 years. Come on, man. You man. I'm telling my brothers and sisters, what you man tired of being a third world this, Somalia being allocated, known as this, man. I'm tired of this. I'm tired. I'm sick and tired. What about you? What about her? What about this person?
Everybody's tired. Nobody wants to be known as a.
So again, guys,
is the Western propaganda. Western propaganda. Western propaganda is Somalia. Yeah, and even though it doesn't look like they're not covering us as bad as they used to, like 2-3 years ago, and now there's a big difference. The way the media is covering Somalia is a big difference. Now they're covering Ethiopia like it was Somalia, civil war every single day. But Somalia is not getting that bad press anymore. But before 3 years ago, every day terrorists hijacking boats that. How did like IMF are saying they want to give Somalia debt relief? Their media coverage is becoming less biased. Little less biased, but
no, it's like if you sell the country up to, we have to market it differently. You have to show the good bits, not the bad bits all the time. You know what I'm saying? When it comes
because then again, let's not be naive. You already know the saying. Bad news goes farther than good news.
Yeah, but that's the old thing. Listen, you sell, you market, and you strategize differently. You do things differently. You sell the country rather than this show clear. Do you know how many good stuff in Somalia right now, bro? Some of the richest people in Africa are in Somalia. They are making money in Somalia.
One other thing,
they do it.
One advantage, the other advantage we have is the large diaspora population. We got chemists, we got doctors, we got technicians, we got real estate investors, we got businessmen, we got people in every field.
Come on, say that again. I beg you, Ahmed, say that again. Say that again, bro. Say that again, bro. I beg you, rewind that.
Every field. We have a huge diaspora.
Okay. This is my next thing. This is my next thing.
More educated than
how do you motivate, get these people to do something?
They need to do two things.
I'm telling you, it's time is now or never.
Positive thinking, by promoting positive thinking, positive images, positive everything. Not a president had a fight with another guy in the parliament. Said, we don't want to hear that. We just want to say, they reached this legislation. They're giving the university for free this year. They're doing this. For free, all of you. You don't have to pay for this year. Or we're giving this positive thinking, positive mindset. Wallahi will take everyone up and pick everyone up.
Come on. We can be a lion.
They need to come back. They need to come back and invest. Put their money where their mouth is. Not only invest in any invest in the people. Teach the people. Volunteer. We have a lot of educated people here. Volunteer doctor train people, educate people. If you educate people, that will go farther than just opening up a store. Opening up a store is good. You can give people some employment, but that's
So
we got people in every field.
I want to hear this. I'm getting energy now. I love this. I'm hearing this. But are the people listening? Are they hearing? Are they willing to roll up their sleeves? Do they give a shit? That's the other questions I got to ask. Because we all got to look at each other. Do you give a shit? Part of my Somali, do they give a shit? Because it's ain't time, bro. This ain't right, bro.
They will give a shit. The people will give a shit if there's nothing else in the pot. If there's nothing else other than positive thinking, we don't want what you want. We want good for our country. We want good for Arutana. We want good for everything. we don't care about Kabir Khan or Hakadis, bro. Let's come back to it tomorrow. Market got you the had the guts there. Start until now.
Come on.
You get me?
Yeah,
How do we see the country?
I
I'm
already
saying
see
every
a lot
brother
of
and
people.
sister. I'm saying every brother and sister needs to get into beast mode. You know, beast mode.
I just say, oh, hey, let's put a
Beast
different.
mode.
Let's
I'm
put a
looking
different aside for a moment, bro.
Fuck the differences. I don't care, bro. Let's look at similarities. What brings us
bro.
together? What differences, bro?
The religion.
I'm not even watching no
what brings us
differences.
together is two things, man. Number one, what دينته أيام الميليشيا or قفل بعقيدته وآمسين هو religious. Number two, we share the same language. Number three, we look the same. There's no difference between us. So you see another Somali, it's not like you see another foreigner. It's not like you see a foreigner, but the people are already together, bro. It's just the older politicians from the older generation that still, hold on to the old, way of thinking. But that's gonna change. Man, just يعني dad جبلو. There's no people that will go تقول دلو قري ما جرت. dad أي كان will go تقول لو قرينا ما جرت. وقتها واز بدلا. Once upon a time you were the white pearl of Africa, blah blah blah. Switzerland. كبعدين وابر برني. I think we can come back. You see
we
Ethiopia. Look,
our
enemy, our number one enemy, no disrespect, was the Ethiopian regime.
Fuck them,
that was
man.
always dividing us. That was always dividing us. But now they look like they're entering the abyss. They look like the USSR in 1989. I'm dead serious. Haven't I been saying Ethiopia was going to break up a long time ago? How many months ago did I say that, bro?
Come on, you skipping that time, Ahmed from the US.
Before even the Tigray War even started.
Yeah, I remember
before the Tigray War even started.
Yeah, but Ahmed called this out 8 months ago, 9, 10, about nearly a year ago. He's like, "Yo, okay, the man they're kicking off."
Yeah, inshallah, we will come. Wallah, you will see a lot more. You will see a lot more revolution. You had the Arab revolution. You're gonna have the African revolution. Now you're gonna have our revolution has to come. Everyone is gonna have this. Somali
time is now, fam.
It's so sad. I can feel it in the air. There's a song called "Feel It in the Air." I can feel the change in the air. I feel the youth that one.
Phil Collins.
They don't want
Phil Collins, man. Come on. Phil Collins, man. Tupac sample that. Everyone thinks that's a Tupac song. It's Phil Collins.
I can feel it
coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Yeah, come on, bro. Yeah, man. This is what I'm saying. I'm looking for brothers and sisters that are sick and tired of being sick and tired of this shit. You get me? Because we're gonna be playing this like Game 7 all the time. Like, you get me? There's no days off. This needs to have no days off. We need people with the hunger, the desire. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't gonna work like this, man. Enough's enough, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm tired of being a refugee. I'm tired of my people being bottom on the barrel.
If you look at Somalia right now, not a lot of people, our generation, especially the young people, they don't even watch the TV like they used to. Now everybody is on their social media and all this, and they got these things happening. Up to every channel of Somalia, I did like a promote. Yeah, if you promote the good, positive thinking, I don't wallahi they don't listen to. Or they don't have no time in this world. I'm telling you, bro, they will be gone in days.
Y'all better. You're calling the old man, innit? You're saying the old God.
The old God has to step down, bro. They're not old gods. They used to be gods. Now they're not gods. They're just the gate openers. They open the gate and flood everything. Allah, I'm telling you,
brother. I'm just thinking to myself, yeah, but how are these men getting away with this thing? These men have been getting away with it too long.
Yeah, bro. Again, these people, they don't have the people support. That KWD, yani, acts about it. People, you can't hide no more. Yani, everything's in the light. Everything's on social media.
That's what I'm saying. This is. You see, a lot of brothers and sisters were getting at me, and I had to say this to Everlast. Is like, "Oh, Khalid, why do you only talk about Mogadishu?" I go, bro. Like, since I started this channel, there's been 45 qarhis, and like 42 of them have been in fucking Mogadishu. Well, what else am I supposed to do? What else do you want man to talk about? You get me, cuz? So just put that in the back of your heads, man. Nothing in blash brain, you know, nothing the blash brain. Are we really gonna watch this? Another Sultan Sono? Keep thinking to yourself. I want every brother and sister when they go home or they finish this stream, so don't come off that one, or if you listen to this tomorrow, just think another Sodom Sono of what the shit that we've been through. Fuck that.
I don't think
that's impossible. Another 30 years, I'm gonna be black British, my brother. waaba ka tegayaa marka sheekada xunta ay bilaad
حالة حماده
That's
يسي
impossible though.
والله
Impossible,
sheekada xunta
impossible.
up to anything's possible these days, bro.
No, I'm talking about to continue the old cycle, man. It doesn't look like that though to me though. When I see the potential. واحد فيري
No,
قالوا واحد
definitely.
عدو قاضي وحي أركان ضعف قاضي منها عدو قاضي وحي أركان قوتك السين شيخ مصطفى talk about it. He said your enemies they see
Yeah.
your strong points. They see your strong points, but he says but you only see your weak points. Oh بس أنا داعي طرح بأنت كداعي. You see your weak
Yes.
points to that. لكن قالوا وحي أركان oh man the Muslim population is growing. They're all under 30 years old, 70% of them. Whoa. حقوق ذي أركان سو صعدة. وحنا ما علن كريلي ما قرأت.
Absolutely.
They see that force coming.
Absolutely.
They see the change.
Absolutely.
مدحنا جوكتنه مدحنا جوكتنه وحول هاي. أيك بكسي ترنكو قال هذا. They want to continue to be where they're at. أيك بكسي فوق بود هاي. صابتها they don't want no change. They want to remain where they're at. Not just Somalia. I think the Muslim world is going to have a revolution. I'm going to, like I said, Ethiopia was going to disintegrate and it's going to turn into the USSR. I'm going to make another claim here. In the next 20 years, Saudi Arabia will not exist. And these little ass kingdoms that's in the Gulf will not exist. It will not exist.
No,
That's a big statement.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me see your claim. Let me hear this claim.
Listen, bro. What the hell is the Mabadi Saudi? It used to be called Al Hijaz or it used to be called Arabia. Saudi were rare magaceeda. Like they don't represent the people. Imagine people saying, "Hey, I'm the king." If you talk qorta ka goynaya wa ku xiraya. Yani that's only the cause of
no, do you know is let's be honest, yeah. I'm gonna have an honest one, yeah. Let's be true. That's gonna diinta ku ciyaaran, and a lot of people don't want to admit that. Just that peninsula, just because the Hajj, the Mecca, yeah, meelaha saataalina, yeah. ماشي بهاش يوم بيكون عيارن.
No, لقيت مكة يا مدينة إلهها دورتي. Nothing to do with the Arab people. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Yeah, I hear you.
إلهي بدوكا دورتي. إلهي بإلهي دوكا.
Yeah, but do you think they use that? Do you think that وحاس استعمالان?
No, I know, but the leadership, you can say something about the leadership. The best man on earth is Arab. Arab marka ka hadlano leadership at the moment ka hadlano dambiga noo yareeya. You understand what I'm saying?
Arabta ka hadlano one time. Arabta, they are worse than the Somalis. They are oppressed people. Madaxa cagta lagu haya. Masar,
the new
60,000.
Yes, the new leaders, yes. The new leaders.
These leaders are oppressing the people. They're oppressing the people really bad.
His mom is in prison, bro, because she said, I don't like the way you lead the country.
He's going to fail, bro. He's going to fall on his face. Bro. I can see the revolution coming. عبي سو اساسا يقول ku xiray yani dina even thinking Sacuudiga way jabaysaa ku dhahay fiiri dagaalka Yemen way ku jabtay bro ciidan ma haysto their soldiers they're mercenaries they don't believe in defending a kingdom what the hell do they got to do with the kingdom
what do you think of this question what do you think about this what do you think of this question Sister Faye put up Faye the question is, are they even Muslim? How do we know they are Muslim leaders?
No, listen, they claim to be Muslim. We can't say they're not because that's what they claim. So
yeah, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Takfir is a dangerous thing. We're not takfir here.
As a Muslim, you don't need to claim you're a Muslim. Your actions should speak louder than your words. Your actions should show that you're a Muslim because
but then again,
he was leading by action. Everything happened to him by action. Everything he did by action. Not only by words, everything by action, followed by words. The leadership, at the time, Arab had the leadership called
the worst
type of leadership I've ever seen.
Me too.
Ever. Wallahi, this is worse than the Jalinu Soso Ujeda, bro.
They remind me of the leaders that were there when the Muslim world right now. It looks like when the Tatar or the Mongols invaded the Muslim areas. They look just like them. Because when the Mongols were invading, when they're invading the area called Seljuk, that was Afghanistan, Tajikistan, that area, all the way until Pakistan. When the Mongols were invading, other Muslim kingdoms were supporting the Mongols. They're like, yes, kuya mantana laga qabtay. The next day, ayaka lo imaaday. They're like, oh, ayakana kuwa kala kusi caawiyo. Yes, hadana ayaka lo imaaday. Kuwa is dhiibeen. They said, okay, we don't want to fight you. Ho, lacagta qaado. Ho, dollarka qaado. Oh, take the furaha magaalada waa kan qortu ku gooy wuu dilay dadkan meesha jooga waa xasuuqay marka they look like the Muslims today look like the Muslims that were that got conquered by the Mongols but the Mongols aakhirkii waa la jibiyay like they look just like them because the leadership is bad just like them once upon look one more time
When was the
One
last
time-
time you saw a light skin Arabi or leader? They're all like brown skin now, man. Dark skin or brown skin Arabian leaders nowadays.
No, Arab
You
people,
know-
the original Arabs are black. The original Arabs are
Yeah.
black. They call it Qahdani Arabs. They're from Yemen. They're black people, bro. They look just like me and you. They're not.
Yeah.
I thought the Qahdani. I thought it was the light ones, man.
That's what I'm saying, bro. لا فكرنا عرب أبتي man. عادة تنا وسوتشت سنة إن شاء الله تنا مركا قبصنا.
Wait, they know.
تنا
They
تنا
got
ها تنا نقاضله
إبراهيم والله لو
Sami
صادوا
توصي
وين
نقول
بدون
إيه؟
باوس.
لعقته.
عليك يا سر ما تنا 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 تنا
Yeah, but- No,
تنا
we
تنا
are connected,
نقاضله
bro.
يا تنا هوله هنا نقاضله.
Okay,
Oh, wait,
yo, Ibrahim, let me ask you
How-
the question before you come in here. Are we becoming lambs to the slaughter? The whole,
Yeah, in a
nigga,
way-
you're
in a
like
way-
me.
in a way we are,
I mean,
yeah,
you're a
we
lander
are.
like me as well. I'm talking
Yeah.
about the whole peninsula.
Yeah,
Djibouti and
yeah.
Qatar.
Yeah, we are in a way. Fortunately, the biggest issue we have right now is stabilizing the south. That's the thing. So I think once we establish peace in the south,
Mm-hmm.
then alhamdulillah we can start moving forward because so if you guys as you mentioned earlier on, we're tremendously resourceful people. We've got so many so many skilled people. We've got so many professionals, knowledgeable people. But basically, if we can establish peace, then I think we can rapidly develop a country. Because the thing is, like what happened to the Lebanese, innit? Back in the 70s, right?
Yeah.
They had the civil war, and a lot of people left the country. They went out. They studied in the West. They they pursued knowledge, and then when the civil war stopped and when Lebanon became peaceful, they came back and they developed that country rapidly.
Mhm.
The point where it became the Paris of the Middle East, innit?
Yeah.
And this is what I'm saying. So we've got that advantage because we've got so many so many educated people,
MashaAllah.
in the Western world. It only takes for us to somehow establish peace in the South. Now, how do you establish peace in the South? Well, in Nagu,
Okay.
like we have to start thinking about
Alright.
conscripting
Peace.
ourselves into the army.
Now let him finish, Ahmed.
And all I was very serious. We have to start thinking about ways of supporting the army. We have to start recruiting into the army.
Mhm.
Yeah, we have to.
I'll tell you about the South, man. I'll tell
Let
you
him finish. Let him finish. Let him finish. Let him land. Let him finish, Ahmed.
We have
go
to
ahead.
focus on building the army, because if you haven't got an army, you cannot defeat an enemy, whether it's an external enemy or internal enemy. Nor can you have sovereignty. Right? And that's the trouble. So we have to focus on building the army. Get diasporas from all the diasporas to conscript and join the army.
We've been doing for the last
Take on
50
a Shabab head on, and then we need to get young people as well to get involved in the civil service, so we can build a progressive and organized a system of government. And number three, I think we need to every single person in the diaspora has to pay tax. Yeah, what $100 a month or whatever. Yeah, we have to somehow become financially independent so that we can actually build these key sectors. Otherwise, what's gonna happen is that you're just gonna be feeded on scraps.
Okay.
The international community.
Ibs, you want to wrap it up a little bit?
Decide to
Let
give
Ahmed come through.
go on. Yeah, sorry. And
Let
also
Ahmed,
the other.
bro.
Yeah, sorry.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, the security
Go ahead,
thing
brother.
in the South, man. The number one thing is we need to get AMISOM out of Somalia. They're the number one in it. They support the terrorists. They give them weapons. A lot of shidal. The reason why they want the terrorists to stay in Somalia because each soldier gets $1,200. If they get injured, they get like $25,000. So they want to stay in Somalia. You seen their last report that they put out was very waxyaalo bahdilay kusoo qoreen yani oo aad u xun ma garatay so they can stay in Somalia. Somalia is unstable, is not peaceful, Somali security forces are weak. When is the last time have you seen Amazon soldiers doing a whole gull? You know, the last time they ever done a whole gull was 2017.
That's what I'm saying.
So Amazon is the enemy. They need
That's
their
exactly what I'm
occupation
talking
force.
about.
They are not in there for our interest. Their
We have to
occupation. You
get
know why?
exactly.
This whole thing started when the Americans came to Somalia in 1993 and they lost that battle in Mogadishu. They said we're never going to enter Somalia again. We're going to use African countries to occupy them. So when the USC
We have to. I agree. We need to, go like you said, Ibrahim.
Yeah.
Like you said, we need to go back to the south and all that. But there's certain bits I agree and there's certain bits I don't agree. Up to for the last 40, 50 years, if you look back here, we've been trying to develop a Somali army this, Somali army that. We tried all these ideas with the army thing. I think it's about time we come up with something new, man. It's some ideology in NLM, man. You not only can you conquer any place with the sword, but the pen is also mightier than the sword, bro. You have to try something different. Not only do you need an army, Somali army, to do your work for you and do everything for you, but you also need something with it. Educational package where you can educate people and teach them. There's not only the army, you have to teach
why does
people.
everyone run to that? Why does with me? I'm more focused.
لكن مشكلته waxa weyn xaj waxa weyn walaal wax eeg meel dagaal ka jiro ma laguma dhigan karo. What's what I'm saying to you?
You
know what they say have you heard about Maslow's hierarchy of needs? Have you heard about that? Yeah,
say that again, repeat that again.
Have you heard about this a pyramid called Maslow hierarchy of needs? Have you heard about that?
Hierarchy of needs. Yes.
Hierarchy of pyramid. Well, basically,
okay, break it down for us, Ibs. Break it down for us for the people.
Yeah, no, basically he said for you to survive on this earth, you need. I think the first thing was food and shelter or something. Yeah, but you know the thing is, I would say peace. Yeah, first you need peace in it. You know, peace comes up. I think first. You know, you can't have anything without peace. Marka waxa weeyaan meesha hadeen wada ka dhalinin waxba ma baran karaysid waxba ma dhisi karaysid in waxa weeyaan meel ma qaban karaysid. Marka horta waxaad samaynaysaa let's establish the environment where we can thrive and flourish. Marka waxaad u baahan tahay horta you need to sort out the army. Waxa weeyaan the diaspora has to take an active role in building.
How can you sort out an army that gets paid less than the other army?
That's why I said to you that. That's why I mentioned the financial element. That's why I said each Somali should pay at least, each Somali in the diaspora, should strive to pay a minimum of $100 a month, so that we can actually finance the army as well.
But Ibs, I listen to this, Ibs. I hear that. That's all good. I love what you're saying, yeah. But how do we? I love what you're saying, and I'll fully back it. But the only thing that's getting at me is, how can we trust Laita and Melaha like so it's going to the right places?
That's a good point. Well, that's a good question. The other thing is, how do we then implement that? How do we find trustworthy individuals, and how can we establish financial institutions?
What you can do is you can open up like a Dahbsil or whatever, Amil.
Whatever, that's the next phase.
Then you raise money. Then you have to have Khuf Amina. Then give it to Eid Katoska, Wazarat the Gashandik, those are people who pay the soldiers money. So we're gonna give it straight to them. So if there's any musuq with that, that's gonna be on them.
There will be transparency committee. Transparency committee.
Yeah, I'm sure we can find a way. The mechanics can be sorted out. Yeah, but we have to these fundamental. I think these are the fundamental solutions that we need to strive for.
Yeah, or you can send it straight to the soldiers. They got Hurmud accounts, so you
can
work something out. But one more thing, talk about the soldiers. Exactly. Why haven't Somalia built the army? Blah blah. Listen, Somalia for the last 20 years. Well, the last say until 2017 didn't build the army. I don't even know the reason. Was it because of Amazon pressure? I think it was because of the TPLF.
That's a good point. Why? Why?
I think this is the first time we had an honest partner like Turkey that's actually helping out to bring soldiers quality. First time we actually have a partner that's going to help us.
Yeah.
How honest? Now, how honest do you think Turkey is, though? Obviously, Dontalda. Everyone does everything for Dontalda. So let's be honest.
هيك الدنبلين
Let's
No,
let's.
أنا كده
Dembele, of
الدنبلين
course. Yeah,
هيك
no, they
الدنبلين
don't
أنا
do
كده
nothing for
الدنبلين
free in this world. There's nothing for free in this world.
Come on, you know this, yeah,
But
but
they-
there's no such thing as a free meal.
nothing free.
No,
nothing
what they
free.
took from us and what they gave us was more than what they took.
Listen,
That's what I'm trying to say.
You never
Turkey,
know.
listen, I'm gonna
You
give you-
never know. I'll tell you the truth. They're the first country to bid to extract oil out of Somalia. Cause
Yeah, that's what they
sometimes
want
you
to
got.
do.
I know
That's
I'm
what
one of
they
them
want to do.
people. Yeah, in real life, yeah. I'll tell you the truth.
Yeah,
There's
but
something
look at the
about it, yeah.
percentage.
I'm
Look
always.
at the percentage they're giving to the country.
Nah, yeah, but
They're giving you what? They're giving you 65%, and they're only taking 35%.
Hold on,
But look at look at America. America
Somali speakers.
80% of governor.
Go ahead, Somali
Yeah.
speakers. So good.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want to
my
chime
bro.
in too, but Somali
Yeah.
speakers, go ahead. Khalid.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I had a point in my head. Yeah, I was saying, with me as a person, I'm always cautious of someone always nice to you. Let's be honest. There's a done like if I said you, like a certain person,
Okay.
a bold friend of mine says, yeah, everything well done. Interest, but look at the
Interest.
Let's not ever get that twisted.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, I want to go
Let's
right
not
now.
play. I
now.
don't like. This is the complex that we have here. Oh, Dutkani, the great Arab savior, the great Turkish. I'm not in that. I'm not in none of that. The
Okay, all
great daddy white pale face savior. I hate all of that. Whether it's this person, that person, or that person. So I'm more
I'll
into
respond to
do
that.
for self. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, I'll respond to that. Listen, the Turkish, they have interest. What is their interest? The Turkish, they want to bring back like the Ottoman Empire. That's what they want to do. I'm just gonna tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah,
listen,
you
Somalia
know this.
is in a strategic location. Listen, they are in the Bab el Mandeb location. So whoever controls the sea controls the world. You know that, right? So Somalia is 30% of the world's business goes through Bab el Mandeb, where it is a Somali Sea. The Turkish, they want to have influence in that area. They want to show their presence. That's number one. They have a military base there. It's strategic. So if they ever get into a war, they have another base so they could do Likiran. That's number one. Number two is Turkey suffers from lack of oil and gas. Their country has a lot of warship, but they don't have natural gas in their country. So Somalia has a lot of oil and gas. They want to say, hey, we'll help you build some forces. We'll prop you up, and let's, split some of that gas up. That's their interest. They want some of the gas in that strategic location. So what is our interest? Our interest is so we can rebuild our country, so we can stand on our feet. We need some help.
Yeah.
Nobody can do it.
Yes.
We
Yes,
need a partner to
absolutely
help
right.
each other out. So I scratch your back, you
I
scratch
hear
my
you.
back, why? But I don't
Hey,
believe
I
in getting
can't help.
exploited.
That's what I'm against. That's why, yeah, hence Ahmed, yeah. That's why, hence I've titled the show, "Are We Becoming Lambs to the Slaughter?" And I'm gonna keep repeating it. I like to, Somali speakers. I think you'll clock my pattern. I like to repeat things so it sinks in. It sinks in. Carry on, Mr. Lover. You've been quiet on the panel. Do you wanna come through? Is he still there? Sahib can guest speak. I'm speaker lover. I don't know. Sometimes halaka kuyere dege miskinka. Anyone wanna take over?
ما واحد
ابو واحد مودينا ابو واحد مودينا like افكار لقاها yo.
No, I was just listening. There was a lot of interesting points. You know what I mean? I just want to hear the
Chime
panels
in.
out. And for me,
That's what we're saying.
I think my idea is ideology. Because I like what the brother said about the army, supporting the army and stuff. But then when you're supporting people who both are not on the same wavelength, how's that going to work? That's my only sort of drawback about that. We like if you take it back to when you started the show, you said, for example, like some of these Ethiopians believe the sea is theirs. Now, whatever dream they have that ideology, and it's not just one or two. I'm sure there's a couple of million.
It's deep.
There's a couple of million
deep.
that believe that
I've
ideology.
heard this on Lover. I've heard this time and time, numerous times, brother. Go ahead.
Exactly. So it's not a crazy nutcase that's just saying
it's
more than one person. So for me, I ask myself, what is the Somali ideology?
Listen, Ethiopia does not have
That's a good
ideology.
question.
Somalia has
So guys, let the brother finish. Ahmed, let the brother finish, then you take over.
Sorry. Yeah.
Carry on, lover, land.
I was just gonna say, if you used to ask 10 or 20 different Somalis, I'm sure there'll be 10, 20 different answers. So my question is, if qofka Habashiga like that, Korania Budda Nakale, or Bedini, like who say the same way the Zionist Jew believes Palestine is his. So qofka Somali muxuu aaminsan yahay waa su'aasha taa. Haddaan wax aaminsanay, then we could you know, build an army, build a navy, air force, etc.
That's a powerful question.
So it's not impossible to do.
Okay, carry on. Ahmed, come through, bro. What do we stand for, people?
So Somalis, they have one ideology on Midaya. That's La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Deen Taya Midaya. If you look at all the great Somali leaders, Ahmed Gurey Okala, he fought on a religious time. Every great leader of Somalia, Qab Dinet Beodagalaman. Mythically, you said Ethiopians, there's no such things called Ethiopia. Ethiopia are conquered nations and nationalities. You're talking about the Habashi, you're talking about Ahmara. They're one ethnic group. They're a minority in Ethiopia. There's no such thing as Ethiopian ideology. That's why it looks like the modern day Yugoslavia. That's why there's a huge war going on. So the Ahmaras, they live nowhere near us. They live near Sudan. They cannot come to our ocean. But they do believe that they can conquer us, but they can't. They don't have that power.
Sorry, Sahib. Just to say, but they've been, between them and the Tigray, they've been the main people in power. You see what I mean? So in terms of governance, in terms of power, whether it be military might, politics, etc., they were big players. Yes, I agree with you. Population-wise, they're not. Tarahan, I'm sure Oromada ka badan, boqolkiiba boqol, even maybe Somalida ka badan, iyo dadka kale oo qowmiyada kale oo
Anfarta iyo Bishangulka, all these qowmiyad Gambela.
My question is, they were in powers. So you can go back as Haile Selassie days or whatever. So they know governance, they know politics, they know. Not that the others don't, but when you're a major player, you've been doing that for years and years, and you know, over 50 years, then it's not just Marata where you can't just sort of dismiss them that way. But I get where you're coming from. But again, sorry, back to your point. I don't have to read La ilaha illallah. Sahib, like because I don't talk about it. Somali, but there's a lot of Muslims that believe La ilaha illallah. Yet again, we're not united. There is not, that ummah's not there, bro. So
yeah, we all know this. I know this. You know this.
Yeah, so
some people don't.
Yeah, well, the Muslim are like what Arab, Sultan Sana al-Islami. I mean, Christos are Muslim. من كانوا يدلي عندنا سلاجي وتكناي. So صاحب تاس مو عنصر. وانت على سوشيال.
No, listen. You see that question there, yeah? You see what you said? Can I just say something, Ahmed? Let me pick you back off this, yeah?
You go ahead.
I said this before, yeah, and even one of my bedrooms that I know for years the other day, I had to kick him off the panel, innit, yeah? When we say stuff like this, do you know what happens? You shut conversation down. Like my brother said, once Sultan Salman has and Wuchira, the whole world's got it. You get me, and I totally agree with that. And certain people get pissed off and let's be honest. Didn't they eat salat bay tukun kareen masajid bay ka soo baxay kareen kitaab bay akhrisan karayaan wana ducaysan kareen masha Allah Allah yahdi. But at the end of the day, we really need to solve other things, and that's how I feel. And I totally agree with Mr. Lover on that one. What do you think, Ahmed?
Somalia shar'i kuma dhaqmaan. You feel me? They don't, you know, shar'i magarat Allah. Listen, if they just follow their religion the right way, then I don't think none of this has been going on. All of this is going on because what jahilnimu diin la'aan. Diinta kuma qorno inaad qof walaalkaada oo muslimna inaad disho. Si bareer u disho. Sababta qabiilkan ku soo jeeda. That's jahiliya. That reminds me of kuwii Carabti jahiliinta ahaa diinta ka hor. Magaratay dadka aasi jiray, dadka dili jiray. Marka jahilnimadaas in laga saaro waay. Ama English ha looga saaro, ama af Arabic ama af Somali ha loo sheego. Yani people are brothers. We have a lot more in common. We look the same. We're Cushitic people. We're Somali. You know, we share the same language, same religion, same culture. We shouldn't be killing each other. That's what we need to tell each other. We're brothers.
Okay, I hear that, Ahmed. I hear that, Ahmed. I hear that, and I love that. But you know what we say on SS, bro. You know what we say. We became adults. You know that yourself. Let's be honest. Let's have an honest conversation.
We need to change that.
Let's have this honest conversation now. You know we are adults. Let's not hide that.
Shitty. We need the people need to be in the wa'yi geliyo. Somali wa'yi gelin balda. A lot of education. All the things we have in common and all the things that, you know, that unites us. I don't think people will be killing each other, bro. They know the repercussions of their actions. I don't think people will be doing that.
لكن صاحب I think ماشي صفي أنا واحد كسر ما تفهم بقى ما يمكن صح يمكن ما كوي ويان imika xagga koonfurta marka laga hadlo dadka wax dilaya waa dad waa kuwan al-shabaab leedahay ma kuwan irhaabiyiinta weeyaan kuwaasaa wax dilaya dad Soomaaliya oo qabiilooyinka isdilaya koonfurta ma jirto waxa jira marka laga hadlo muxuu ahaaday army waxa weeyaan dad Mooryaane ahaan jiray oo former militias oo dharkii loo geliyay qaranka loo geliyay فكرت دكاس
I'm laughing. Do you know I'm laughing, Ibrahim?
On dadkana lahayn
Do you know I'm laughing in my head often? That word Moriani has been circulating for the last couple of days.
No, but I think that's runtu waxa weeyaan I think at least 50% of the army were former Morians and former militiamen and former criminals and gangsters Marka, if you expunge these people and you recruit high school graduates, even university graduates, there are many graduates
There must be discipline within the army. If
you recruit them into the army and you reform the army and you get the militias out, and you recruit these graduates, university, high school, even secondary school graduates, then you have a new blood. And obviously when you're training the army, then your message is a message of nationalism. You will waxa weeyaan ninka Soomaaliya dadka waddanka tagtid ninka Soomaaliya dhulkiisa uu garanaya ma garatay ninka just like badiisa uu garanaya waxa weeyaan Soomaalidu waxa weey imaka this international thing that's going on between Kenya and Somalia nin Soomaaliya dad Soomaaliya meesha keenay Soomaalidu dad waddankooda way garanayaan waxa weeyaan waa dad muxuu ahaayay badooda way garanayaan dhulkooda way jecel yihiin marka waxa weeyaan I don't that's uma baahnayn some sort of ideology cusub iyo waxa uma baahnayn the foundation is there already marka waxa weeyaan we have to marka that's what's happening waxa weeyaan armiga waxaasa ku jira in laga saaro weeyaan oo dad cusub meesha la geliyo weeyaan and we have to carry out campaigns around the country where we basically a recruitment drive both inside the country and outside the country.
That's true.
Because we want to recruit better people, better qualified people. Every
country that's established right now in the world, the director, the army were all disciplined.
Exactly. Marka Moriyan lama baahna dad Moriyan wax diri jiray dad wax boobi jiray dad qabiilaa oo warlords they're all beholden to these former warlords basically.
We need to spend money on educating the army first. The army
that's what I'm saying. Once you get these graduates in, then you get much better quality soldiers. Once you build that base, then mashallah they can take care of al-Shabaab and secure the sovereignty of the country down south. And then once you have that ground, that's what's going on in Somalia. What that achieve and we're highly qualified.
I was going to ask you.
You go to Africa, Somalia. In fact, Africa, they dominate the trade, business and trade. The thing is, imagine if Somalis pull all the money from Kenya and they bring it to Somalia. Imagine if they pull all the money from Djibouti and they bring it to like billions, talking about billions of billions. In no time, you see the South fly basically. And then the next bit is how can we reconcile between the South and the North, right?
Money. It's a rich man's world. Money. It's a rich man's world. Funny. Come on, man.
The South can say, and then when the South is to go, they can say, look, we've got now. Maybe we can talk now, and say, look, bring your concerns to the table, and let's see if you can find a solution. The issue North will probably say, listen, we had a chance to become a fully fledged nation, but we relinquished that. All right, we reneged on that, and we decided to basically unite with the South. Now, because the way the government of the South treated us, we're afraid that the same thing may happen to us. So the thing is, what blueprint or what solutions do you have to ensure that that's not going to happen in the future? Because the South can say, listen, we can give you X, Y, Z, or we can do this in it, yeah, and then we can start having fruitful discussions. Like until we secure the South, we're really going to be, as you said, we're going to be lamb to the slaughter a very long time.
In 30 years, I think, and it's like I'm saying, I'm trying to infest people with this mindset of we can't do another 30 years. It's impossible. We shall not. We should not. We must not do another 30 years.
We cannot. We cannot.
We cannot. No, we cannot do that.
No, you're right. You're right.
And the time is now, my brothers and sisters.
Inshallah khair. Like I was saying, definitely the first foremost thing we must do, invest in the army, like Ibrahim said earlier.
The
right kind of training, the right kind of progression. You need a disciplined soldier on the field.
Well, you're right. Yeah, you're right. And the sad thing is, we've got so many graduates that live in the country. University graduates, high school graduates, all over the country. They were educated, were clean. They just want opportunity. You're like, this flipping this UN, this AU soldiers are getting £700 a month, $800 a month, maybe more. If you pay that to them, then now you're talking. Wallahi, now you're talking.
They would pay attention. They would learn everything they need to learn in order to get them, keep getting
how
that.
How will I make a gorgor? This small gorgor danab were outstanding. Why? Because they've been given proper training and they've been selected properly, and they've been paid properly. Because the model is already there. It's proven that the Somalis can actually take care of their own security. But the problem is, are we actually serious about training, a real army like Danab and Gorgor?
Okay, I hear that.
That's the question. There's something going on there. Like you're telling me, it's almost been, can the 2007-6. That's 14, 15 years per picture. And you're telling me you can't build an army to replace you? What is going on?
Yeah, no.
Obviously,
even with this army thing, this army thing,
everybody.
Ibrahim, Yabade and Lava. You see this army thing that you lot are talking about, yeah? For me, I'm thinking about it this way. I'm saying, okay, the El Kebab man. I don't even like to big up their name. We gotta talk about these men on the slide, yeah. Them El Kebab boys there, yeah. These men that are causing the carnage and all this crap,
yeah.
Don't tell me an accent. What that can in it? Like I say, I don't know that shit so much. How come for me, it's done baffling. How come we cannot root these people out? I'm talking about ruthlessness. One brother come on my panel recently. He's like, "Yo, Khalid, when the sign happened in Hargeisa, every house got knocked down." I'm saying, why can't we be
because you have no army you can rely on. We have no army you can rely on to take care of the problems that we're facing. We have Al-Kebab.
No, but okay, cool. Okay, I'm trying to say this.
North is a bit different. South is a lot more.
Okay, I'm trying to say, okay.
It's got different, it requires a different approach.
Again, this is why I'm always delicate to talk about this. Like I'm a northerner. My brother here is from the mid.
More,
my brother over here is from the Midwest as well, isn't it?
South is a lot more than it's a bit more. It's a different. It needs a different approach. The security sector has to be built. The secret service. And the army, most importantly.
Nobody will attack you if you have a strategic level of security in the country.
Exactly. Well, and to be honest with you, marka laga saaro mushkilada weyn al-shabaabta markay aragto Soomaalida kala ka adkaatay way iska aamusayaan. This is the thing. Markay arkaan the other Somalis are on top of them, way iska aamusayaan marka laga adkaado. Laakiin markay gaalada meesha ka buuxdo Soomaalida iska daciif iyagu meesha they think they're the boss meesha. Yeah. They're basically they're bossing the place at the moment because Somali kala meesha boss gareysa ma jirto. Waa iyaga versus gaaladan madow iyo waxaan meesha ka soo buuxsamay.
What kind of federal government allows 48 bombings, bro, in a matter of years? Come on.
Man, this is the thing.
But that's just me talking. When I come in, no, like I always say to you, but I always look at what's it called, YouTube, innit? I come in when I do a stream. Oh, you know what? It's like, people know it. But can I die? I'm like, okay. Me, the Bill Adams, thinking to myself, okay, where who are these guys? What is going on? What is really, really going on with these people?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just a question. Okay, we're a small population of that.
We have
I
no
think
army
we can
to take care of the problems we're facing, bro. Right now, we don't have an army you can rely on to
You
control.
can't. That's the fundamental issue. Marka waxa weeye imaka eeg meesha wadankan waa, you know, as you said, Mel Southern it's been an ungoverned space for 30 years, bro. Marka all kinds of evil will thrive and fester in that environment. Marka waxa weeyaan, the Al-Shabaab is just a byproduct of that environment. Ma garanaysaa? You know, warlordism, iyo bilaa, iyo religious fanaticism, waxbaa meesha all kind of shaytaan baa ka buuxsamay. Muxuu ahaayey? People smuggling, waxbaa, you know, people smuggling. waxa weeyaan Soomaali badan waxa ku jirta waxaan ku dhex jira oo ka shaqeysta people smuggling ka shaqeysta, you know, the headquarters, you know, believe it or not, waxa ku taala a lot of the headquarters, some of the headquarters are actually in some of them in Mogadishu, some of them in Bosaso. You know what, there's a lot of criminality. Waxa weeyaan, the thing is that environment has actually produced, you know, a lot of maaragtay difficult individuals, wallahi, you know, very traumatized and disturbed individuals. Ma garanaysaa? Marka waxa weeyaan, you know, the thing is, you know, hadduu Soomaali ka adkaado iyaga, somehow, you know, I think iyaga they'll calm down a bit.
Waa ka xishoon, waa ka baqeen.
Waa ka baqayaan. Ma garad, because Soomaalida iska adkaato, haddii la ogaado inuu meesha, hadduu ogaado inay meesha Soomaali kale ka adeeg joogo, oo la garanayo xag buu degan yahay, qabiilkiisa la garanayo, oo, you know, at the end, I think he's gonna, you know, I think he's just gonna give up. You know, like at the moment, was qasantahay. You know, waxa weeye,
I want to go to my Somali people and be part of the Somali people who are actually beating us. That's what they're gonna do. In the end, they're gonna give up. They're gonna throw everything and come back to the nation.
How is this noqon? Iyaga haddii arkaan Soomaaliya isku filaatay oo meesha adkaatay oo gaalada ka baxay meesha, waxaan Afrikaankan meesha laga saaro, guriga meesha laga saaro, cadaankan meesha laga saaro, cadaankan waxaan gaaladan ka baxaan, wadanka meesha ka baxaan. Hadday Soomaalida isku filan arkaan, iyaguna waxa weeye, okay, you know what, iska soo, you know, inay iska soo baxaan, inay ka soo baxaan duurka laga yaabo. You know, they come up from the.
We need to get rid of all that third party influence, bro.
From the first
third party influence has to go. Yeah, at that time right now we're dependent on other people's money. What United Nations money?
That's what I'm saying. How this is where the money comes in. Marka hadaa tahay in Somalia, why not, like, you have to walk the walk, man. Put your money where your mouth is in it. So you want to wadankaaga, if you're really at that time, this is where the love of country comes in. Boqol iska dhig if you can. Haddaad dhigi karto boqol dhig, laba boqol, saddex boqol. Some people can pay £500 a month. Iska dhig. Put it onto the fund, mate. Yeah, you know, you got like 2 million people outside. A lot of them are professionals, business people. Lacag bay haystaan. Even in meelaha Afrikada lacag bay ku leeyihiin, way buuxaan. Marka I think inaga isku filaanayna, we can financially independent as well. We can actually pay our army well. You know,
yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. You know what? Yeah, I know
Somali, we don't know how powerful we are. Somalidu, wallahi, we're very powerful. We don't know, wallahi, we're very powerful people. For example, we don't even need to dig the oil. All we have to do is, like, we have to just rent out our ports to nations. Berbera, Krenaya, Sela, Hobyo, in Mogadishu. If you want to use it, you pay premium, mate. That's it. That's all you go, because our land is so strategic, incredibly strategic.
I mean, still tax them for everything they do in the country anyway.
How, wallahi? We don't need we can just rent it. We just rent these great ports. We develop it and rent it. That's it. That's getting 20 million people burning high.
China wouldn't create some ports, bro.
How, wallahi?
Wow. In Greece, bro. The ugly was the film Mexican. You get me? Europe, we need to have some money coming in from somewhere.
Look, to be honest with you, and also the other thing is, we can also break the back of Ethiopia, Kenya, and if we have to, Djibouti as well, because Somali in Kenya.
Yeah.
Kenya, because we just arm our brothers, innit? We just arm them to the teeth.
More or less.
Wallahi, Ethiopia, we disintegrate them, we just arm our brothers across the border. That's it. Wallahi, Djibouti anyway. Yeah, Francis you know what? We can just get the US to say, look, you take over measures. You know, we can play politics with them as well. These big powers as well. But
yeah,
we need to sort out our army. We have to take care of the south. We must establish peace first, and then we can start running. We're not even walking, mate. We can start running because we've got so many advantages. You wouldn't believe how many advantages we have. You know, the number of Somali engineers, the number of Somali intellectuals, scholars, in health professionals, IT engineers. You name it. Melk State Chogan, Arabaha, Africa, Europe. Yeah, all they need is a chance at peace in the homeland. That's it. Wallahi, that's it. Wallahi. I think that's the positive. That's the positive side of things. I think
it's like Yabba said, positive mindset. I'm talking beast mode. I'm talking forget this what the media tells you. What thinking are you about? You gotta look at yourself, my brothers and sisters, and feel like champions. That's what it's about. The lion mindset, survival.
We're very
fuck this
blessed. Many ways.
You have to start promoting and selling and marketing the country in such a way that only show positive vibes. If you keep
we start with a recruitment drive. We'll start with a recruitment drive for the army in every single major Western country and in every single major African country where there's a sizable number of Somalis in it. We go there and start a serious campaign. These are practical steps in it.
Solutions. We need educated people to be the army, bro.
That's what I'm saying to you. That's what I'm saying. This is where you're selective in it. You're selective because you want to get educated people into the army in it. Like minimum qualification, secondary qualification, but whatever high school or magranesa.
You try to go to any English army or anywhere, any US, any you name them. You need to have some sort of educational background.
You're right. You're right. You can't have that qabil. That can kuchira badankooda waxay soo mareen dagaaladii qabiilka, dad bay soo xadeen, dad bay dileen, qabiil bay ku soo dagaalameen.
Naqsan ba ka dhiganayna army, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's shocking. Wallahi, it's really, really shocking. Marka waxa weeyaan, no wonder these people are beholden to the tribe and their warlords rather than the nation.
More than the
because
nation.
You have to understand what's going on. You have to understand the context, yeah? You have to understand who's the average soldier in the army, the Somali army. This is the thing. Marka Somali oo qabiil oo kastiliyo qoriyay isku haystaan ma jiraan. Dadku way kala yarashay saying yes, there's some sort of mistrust way jiraan, yeah? And that can be resolved through reconciliation. The way we used to do it.
Dealing with it,
yes. That's it. Haddii la kala baqanayo, haddii wax la isu geystana dee hadhow xaal baa la isa siinayaa, amba mag baa la isa siinayaa, amba somehow dhaqankeenii hore, amba qoryaha la iswadaarsanaya, wherever it is. Yeah.
No hate. That's
all. Somali wax nacay is mistrust way jiraan because obviously dagaalkii markuu dhaco waa dadku way isdileen. I'm not gonna. That's a fact. Well, obviously in dadka waqooyigana dawladdu baa laysay, almost exterminated them. Waxa weeyaan dad badanna in koonfurtana waa lagu laayay.
Raxaweenkii.
Unfortunately, it's brother killing brother. That happened. We can't.
We can't change it. And we need to realize
we have to be mature enough to accept
and start forgiving for each other and try to work it out rather than
we have to try to
I've always said this. I said this here. Udhr, على الحمى becomes udhr becomes hatred. So like I always say, we need to really, really learn not to fix the nation now. I think
when you're hopeless, you got nothing.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, but I'm leaning towards fuck fixing the nation. Let's learn to heal it. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, to heal it up to yes, absolutely. I agree. We have to heal the injured. You have to heal the disease, the hatred. You have to get rid of that. In order to do so, you have to have a strategy.
You have to have the environment. That's later. After that, when you have an environment which is secure and safe, then they can talk. They can talk honestly. They can open up. ma garatay
When
maxaa la
you are
isku
in a
sameeyey
position, when you
you
sit
know
down in the
kii
chair,
cadaalad u baahan kii wax lagu xumeeyey whoever needs healing
nowadays
you know
you sit
whoever
in the
needs
circle, there's
maaragtay
tons of family.
prayer iyo wax you know markaas wax la samayn karaa
Yeah,
lakin at the moment if you have mad Mac as long as you have mad Mac you can't do anything ama qaban
you
karaysid
can't speak freely. You can't speak freely. You can't say this happened, that happened, this happened to me. You know, you cannot talk freely. Adapting freely, you have to invite. You have to promote the environment where people can come and
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
by
Bro. Yeah, well,
talking,
you have to create that environment, safe environment,
That's
where,
safe
you know,
Okay.
safe space, that safe space
guarantee
where people
you're
can
gonna
come and
get
talk freely.
nothing's gonna happen to you.
Yeah.
Just come in and talk.
You're
What
right.
do you think about an initiative like this? Yeah. So if all these guys came together and started saying, you know, Khairatka, we're gonna start building Guryan schools for Modena as a healing process, centers, and just get people out of this, you know, perpetual state of Gacho.
Yeah,
you
but
guys
in
think
order,
about that?
in order to do that, we can build it, but you have to protect it. And who's
That's the
gonna
thing,
protect
huh? Well, look, Gilead, you know, what that
Yes.
girl from Canada, you know, she was so good. Wallahi, it was so genuine. You know, she was projecting a
And
positive
look what
image.
happened to her. Look
You
what
know,
happened to her.
she was very patriotic. What happened to her, mate?
All over the guy.
She got slaughtered like
You have to have that protection.
That's a ado. You know, that's what I say. You know, when I say ado, no that shit, that bastard, and then the one that did enemy.
It's
You know,
hard,
enemy
wallahi,
as well.
who's gonna go back to that kind of environment? You have to have a tough skin. That's the way. You know, it's like you can go either way. You know, you don't know who's who.
We still love our life. Or knowledge is not you know, throw yourself in the fire.
Yeah,
You know,
صح.
if you build something, yes, I can build the schools, I can do this, I can do that. But while I'm doing it, what if I get blown up, bro?
That's the thing.
And I have no protection. I have that. I don't have.
It's gonna come down, innit? It's gonna come down. It's gonna come down tomorrow because you know you can't protect it. Nobody can protect it. This is the thing. Marka mesh waxa weeyaan, you know, security is everything, you know, it's essential in it. So everything. You can't do anything without it. Wallahi. Marka the other thing I was gonna add, and this is fundamental as well, in it. It's the family, in it. Yeah, if you're married, man, you have to build a confident Somali family, an educated Somali family that have strong foundations, that love their culture, that love who are confident and proud.
Do you know what you did? Yeah. Do you know what you did?
Yeah?
Do you know what you did?
Educated children, right?
Yeah.
Who could be an asset and a future for both the Somalis here and abroad.
Yes. You know, you just
for
did.
us here, the other fundamental issues that we've got to build a solid Somali family. Yeah, we have to raise our children properly. You know, we have to stop abandoning our children. You know, all these men going around and just dropping their seed and then moving on. We have to be serious about raising our children. We have to economically empower our children here. Stop buying our own homes. Stop living in social housing. Stop living in this state, which is destroying our children. It's destroying all the social
energy
housing.
right now.
Wallahi, it's destroying our children. You have to empower your own family. Get them out of these terrible neighborhoods. Buy them homes. Get them out. Educate them properly about who they are. Teach them to speak for themselves. Teach them to speak for themselves. Yeah, be confident.
You know what? Furthermore,
take part in debates.
Ibs,
let
do you
them
know what you
read,
just did?
Let
me just interrupt you. Let me just interrupt you.
Without a family, like if you don't start with a family, mate, every man measure, you got a serious responsibility upon your shoulders.
Ibs.
Because you're that's where you build nations. You build nations from the home. You build civilization from the home. Yeah, that's why when you talk about marriage is a special thing. It's not just about man and woman coming together and having you're building. This is where you build your nation. This is where you build your community.
I have to do this, man.
And that's very, very important. I see all this.
This is what I have to do, bro. I have to do something right now. Ibs is on this type of mode. Ibs is doing this to the crowd. I want Ibs to do this.
That's my.
Ibrahim got me like that. That's how Ibrahim got me.
That's what I said. You're gonna get married. You're a young man. you know what, economically empower your children, you know, Martin, guru ibi, make sure they get educated properly, yeah? And inshallah, wallahi, they will build something greater. You build something great, they'll build something greater than what you've built, inshallah. Marka waxa weeyaan, wallahi, you all have like, wallahi, we've got massive roles to play, especially the men. Because at the end of the day, our dominion,
Say that again. Say that again.
At the end of the day, as men, you know, we have two dominions, in it. We have two dominions, yeah? Two dominions, in it. Your dominion, your first dominion is your home, innit? If you get married, that's your first dominion, right? The second dominion is your homeland, innit? Yeah, your homeland is your dominion.
Your community,
yeah,
yes.
Exactly. We really have to strive, and we have to take care of our families, especially our children. And that's fundamental. The Somali family is suffering. Because you know, I worked in education for a very long time, and I see how our young there's so much potential. They're so creative. I see them getting abandoned in all these flipping estates, all the social housing. You know, they're just. We have to stop doing that. We've got to take family life seriously. You know what I mean? You know, like when you get married, your sister, take a hand and work together in it. Yeah, like you're on a special mission in it. And I would say like
that's what I'm talking about. Positive vibes. You have
to make sure you have lessons with your children of Somali, whatever, you know what I mean. Make them confident. Make them confident. Yeah, get them to speak properly. You know, if you can't articulate yourself, you're gonna get lost in the maze. You know, you've got to educate them properly. Why not? If you can put them to private school, wherever, just do it, wallahi. And buy homes, right, left, center, just get them out. You know, we need to look at some others like a lot of the sheikhs said that way. A lot of sheikhs said it was haram. You know, they can't get into. But the thing is, the issue is, this is a necessary issue.
Imam mortgage. I mean, what do you mean? Halal mortgage?
Not even that. What I'm saying is, even the conventional knowledge becomes a legitimate thing, because providing a home for your family is a necessity, innit? Yeah, and if something becomes a necessity, there's no haram. If you can buy, man, that's the other false thing that people have been told, that you can't buy property in this country. What are we supposed to do?
No, haram. Like other time, we live in a moment, we live in a time in this world right now where there is no riba involved, because Bangladeshi Muslimin ba Bangladesh, there's a whole financial sharia wallah in a direct hand. I think I'm in the financial sector.
Mortgage. Yes. Yeah, no, you're right.
There's a lot of halal stuff going on right now. Wallah, you'd be surprised.
You're right. There's plenty there. Even if you can't get your letter on the Islamic mortgage, if you have to save your family and put them to a safer neighborhood, this is the thing. You know, like they've either taken up the culture of their state, or that social housing neighborhood where they've grown up. They've taken over that culture of low aspiration, of gun culture, of drug culture. What I said,
degeneracy.
You have to take it. It becomes a wajib for you to actually buy them a home through, you know, either whatever. Wallahi, I'm gonna say conventional mortgage, or even we have to get them out, because it's wallahi. And the thing is, you know, it's not something that you can say, oh yeah, I want to stick to this situation because I can't.
Guys, yeah, I was gonna ask you, what about starting a Somali housing organization? Well, you know how you're saying something. I wanted to say something.
Yeah, wallahi, that's very good as well. Wallahi,
let me land on this one. Yeah, this is what I wanted to land. Yeah, you gave me a light bulb for Saturday. You know, You know how we do the men, women. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about strictly building family units.
That's key, wallahi.
That's the topic on Saturday.
Talk about building. Because the thing is,
that's what we're gonna do. Let me finish. Let me come in.
Yeah.
Just how you said, that's Saturday's topic. I had a light bulb. I wanted to tell you earlier. I said, "Oh, that is I had a eureka moment." So Saturday's all about building the family unit from scratch.
Yeah,
I wanted to say something. I had a friend of mine. We were talking about this. Yeah, There's about 150 odd Somalis in the UK. Yeah. If Somalis came together, look, Abraham, imagine this: you come as a family unit, a man and a woman.
Yeah.
Do you get where I'm coming from? Yeah, a man and a woman. Yeah. This organization, you chip in. Instead of going to the dollar, that we buy houses for the community, by the community. Something along them lines.
Allah is good. It's a very excellent initiative, man. Things like that.
What do you think of something like that? Like, you know, you come as Somali couples,
like,
the community, economically empowering a young Somali couple
we have to be
good.
Wallah, you're right. We can't be. The thing is, we can't be poor. The thing is, my worry is that, okay, being poor at home is one thing in the back home, yeah. But a lot of Somalis are poor in this country, and that's my concern. Well, it's a serious concern, Wallah. Like,
to get ourselves out of poverty.
Yeah, get us, you know,
the whole
get out
village.
of the poverty. Let's get out of the
poverty. You also have to keep in mind we have this inner war as well. Up to look, this free money, that's what knowledge free.
And this is the kind of thing I'm talking about. Social housing business, and this council and this it's a way. It's a form of social engineering, and our people need to wake up to that. They wake up. The moment you're given these places, your children are gone. Your children are gone. Don't say my son has gone out. He's now in a gang. He's like this. He's speaking like this. He's into crime. He's into drill. Listen, he's only a reflection of his environment, isn't it? Yeah. Like, you have to understand what's around you. You have to understand society. You have to understand what's going on.
The world is your oyster. When we think like that in this country, if you start thinking that way, well, you can achieve anything you want.
That's what I'm saying. You can go down to Birmingham tomorrow, bro. Yeah, you can go to Birmingham tomorrow and buy like a 3-bedroom house for £100,000 for your family. Get them out. A decent neighborhood, clean where you can actually, you know, they can go to a clean school.
Yeah, a good school, I think FA is missing area. FA is missing a point. FA is missing a point. It's about time moving our IAL away from these council houses.
Yeah,
you know where I'm coming from. Like, initiatives to build.
That's the point.
This is the point. I don't want to see this. Council houses. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, bro. You're right. By the time we go to the stage, we can buy the housing, we can buy the council house. It's too late. Our children are gone. Yeah. Maybe most of our children are gone by then. Like, for you to buy that house, you have to live there for years. And by the time you try to buy it, maybe your children have already they've gone off the rails. They've gone off the rails. It's too late.
It's too late. Yeah.
It's too late. So the thing is, that's not an option. Well, that's not really what we have to, like the Asian communities, like the Indian community, and we have to create wealth in this country, and we got to buy our own properties for our own children. We have to build our families like that.
Like all the Asians, they own most of the houses in the UK.
Wallahi. Like, this is the thing. If you have to take your children out and if you can buy a property for them in Manchester, wherever, you know, down south, get them out, take them there, protect them. You know, like, raise them, build them like that. They see what you've done for them, innit? They buy their own property, they build on it. You know, they go to a good school, probably good uni. They come out articulate, confident. And you know, some sort of economic, you know, muscle behind them as well.
We have to be positive vibes have to start at home.
Negativity. We've got so much. We've got so much to look forward to, mate. We've got so much going.
But then again, Ibrahim,
we're all Uber drivers. We sit there and talk shit all day, man. That's what we do these days, bro.
Yeah.
All Uber drivers, we just sit down in a cafe, eat like animals, talk shit all day. You know, and then just wait for that free money, bro.
That's what
the trouble is. That's what the trouble is. They don't understand. They have got. It's not. You know, thing is uplifting their. You know, their family, like uplifting their family and taking them children somewhere safe, a safe neighborhood. It's probably not their priority, or they don't understand how the social structure and economic structure of this country works. In it, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, maybe they don't know. I mean, I don't blame. Maybe they don't know. But we have to. We have to tell them. We have to
get professionals. They keep with education. They don't even know what they're learning in school. Wallahi, I'm telling you, some parents actually pay some professionals to come to the house to teach their kids rather than their learning as well. I mean,
a lot of them. I mean, you got a lot. You got some educated parents. You're right. There's a lot that are really not are clueless. Basically, they're clueless, isn't it?
Yeah.
And a lot of
you know
what the worst situation is. Yeah, is when you find so many Somali men abandon their sons and daughters, wallahi. Abandon
the
their
worst.
children, just done a run, wallahi. They just done a run, innit? Somalia iska joogaan, gabadha kale iska guursanayaan, xaggaasay child iska qorayaan, qabyaalad bay ka sheekeynayaan. And he wants to get into politics, innit? Man, how can you try and get into politics and I'm talking about running a country when you can't even run your own home.
Switch off your camera.
When you can't even run your own home, when you can't even raise your own children, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't even do that.
Yeah, no. But do you know what it is? It's. Do you know what it is? Yeah. Do you think like speaking to these rich? I don't even know. Like that guy older me. He wants to invest 500 million back home. Do you think he could do a lot for the Somali community here, or rich people like that?
Well, he can. Well, no, you're right. Yeah, he can. Well, you're right. He can, alhamdulillah. I mean, he's trying to do something back home, but yeah, he can do a lot here as well. Actually. Yeah, you're right.
Big up my family in the building. Family in the building. It's a sticky one. Holding on to another one. It's hard. Okay.
Yeah, up to dintan iyo dhaqankeena waa ka tagnaa abta caruurtan hadda taan timaha xataa sida loo jaranayo waa aragtay, bro. They acting.
What do you think about this statement? I say get your money and go back home. What do you think about that?
Well, that's an option. Yeah, if you take your children out, yes, nobody's fine. If you want to go back home, that's a viable option. That's all you want to do. Just don't leave your that's fine. Take your children, vacate, leave, and leave and go back home and live with your children there. Start a new life. That's an option as well.
But you still have to educate them. You still, no matter where you are in the world.
Yeah, well, that's a good point. You still have to take care of them. You have to educate them. You have to give them an upbringing. Yeah, there's a difference between raising a child and give them an upbringing. So you have to give them upbringing.
Happy way. Caruurta markay happy yihiin and they're happy within themselves. dhaqankooda yaqaanaan, diintooda yaqaanaan, aabahood is invested a lot in them. They know that.
Well, you're right. Yeah. Well, you're right, man.
They start feeling better within themselves,
man. I've seen these issues all over the place.
That little boy has so much confidence, or that little girl has so much confidence. Imagine they will be the ones to change the world tomorrow. You never know.
Wallahi, what? Yeah, wallahi, you're absolutely right. This is the thing. You really have to focus on a family.
You lot said two key words here. You both said two key words that resonates to me. Confidence. Somalia, do you think that kind of I'm seeing a lack of like with me. A lot of people say confident, brother. I do kind of classify myself as confident enough. I'm confident in myself, you know what I mean? Yeah? But do you think a lack of confidence about that kind of thing? What do you think?
Of course, a lot.
I believe so. You know why?
I say that.
Do you know why? We're wearing other people's names, bro, to make ourselves better. By spending our money on other people's names. Oh, look at the way I'm dressed. I'm wearing Gucci, Versace, this. Bro. Not your own people. Not you. Not your father. Not your mother. I think you have to You're promoting another guy. A guy who's a billionaire promote Granasa, bro. You have to start promoting yourself first.
Yeah, come on.
You have to look up to you. Murayda marka acted, you're gonna be happy with yourself.
Jeez.
Wallahi, another time I changed every perception of my kids as well. Wallahi, I buy them. I swear to you guys. I'm telling you, bro.
So how are you teaching your two sons? What are you teaching them? Don't get these labels.
I'm teaching them to promote themselves. Up to your own things. Imagine you buy a t-shirt from there. Names.
Come on. I love that.
Individually,
Peace mode.
This world.
Peace mode. I love that.
Everybody's gonna look at you. When you see
Beast mode. Beast mode. I love that. Beast mode.
Are happy. Sell your own merchandise. Sell your own products. Do your own thing. Right now, he knows more than his father or mother on the computer, on the systems, on the media, social, everything he knows. He's probably got different accounts you don't even know nothing about. Bro, if you promote yourself, promote yourself, promote your products, merchandise, do things, become your own entrepreneur.
Well, you're right. Business, because and also that's the other thing, innit? So we're entrepreneurial people anyway. We're business people anyway. And financial management, teaching your children financial management, entrepreneurship early. This is we're very.
But it's not even that. We need to turn into like Fahad said. We need to turn into beast mode and get this happening, bro. Now or never. Carry on.
You have to start doing that. Allah, you have to start doing that. And my oldest one is coming up to 12. It took me about 2 years to get him off that mentality, all this designer crap. Bro, now he's got his own YouTube things going on. Wallahi, I'm telling you, he's doing so much good, you won't believe it, bro. He's selling t-shirts. He's selling t-shirts he created, bro.
Incredible, man. I love that. That's you know what I call that. And they say there's no good Somali fathers. Beast mode. Beast mode.
Wealth creation right there.
Beast mode.
That's financial education, man. That's wealth creation.
That's what we're doing, baby. Beast mode, man.
Incredible, man. MashaAllah.
I'll come back, you man. Yeah, I Ibzi and Yabra, hold up the panel.
Yeah. In a couple of years' time, I hope in a couple of years' time, up to they start thinking higher and thinking ambitious, becoming more ambitious and more ambitious.
You're right. That's crucial. Like teaching them all this entrepreneurial skills, this business skills. The ability to create wealth and manage money. You can't because they can't get that in school. You see, they can't get that in school. They can only get that from the parents and from the culture of the parents and the culture of the home. You can't really teach these things in school. Look at Walidku, Walids were the primary educator of their children. It's like we have to really, we have to work hard at just taking care of our children and building our families. Because I think the Somali family has gone through a lot. Not many people talk about it, but the Somali family has gone through a lot. A lot of hard takes, a lot of economic hard takes, psychological, emotional. Displacement. It's gone through a lot.
Better friends, better quality of friends. They learn. When he has فائدة صاحبتنمada waa mid khayr qabto waa mid Ilaahay u galay.
That's true, that's true.
Rag slasman oo saaxiibo noqonay is kind of waste of time. You understand? Waa in la iska kala sareeyo, waa in wax la iska kala faa'iideysanayo, waa in meel la kala aadayo. Aniga hadda saaxiibkay aan ku horumar kula rabin saaxiibkay ma tiid.
No, you're right, bro.
They start picking up on that mentality as well. They start going with friends who are bettering themselves.
No, you're absolutely right, man. Well, man, that's what it is. It's like, we need to share positive stories, positive information. That kind is like, if you say you can't buy a home is necessary, it's a necessity. And sometimes if the only option you got is for is conventional mortgage, then you may have to go down that route to save your family and to save a neighborhood.
You still have to pay rent.
That's if you want to live in this country, innit?
You have to pay rent. You still have to pay rent, even in the council house, bro. It makes no difference.
I mean, you can't. It's not feasible. It's not viable to live on rent for the rest of your life. What if you die? What if how are you going to save your children from that neighborhood? What if the neighborhood is infested with gangs, drugs, all kinds of evil?
Of course, kulligan ilaa hadda Ilaahay gacantiisa ku jirin. Markaan nolol hatta Ilaahay gacantiisa ku jirta. Iba kuwan hatta guryaha haysta Ilaahay gacantiisa ku jiraan. Ba hadhowtu markuu dhinto isaga caruurtiisa better off.
That's right. It's not like it's like you can't use that as an excuse not to fulfill your obligations.
No, you have to think about
it becomes an obligation for you to actually get them out of that situation.
Of course. My generation, because we're not in a position where my parents will leave me something. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in a position where they will leave me something. But I could be in that position for my kids.
The
idea is for me to be in that position for my kids. That was the idea.
That's true. Allah, you're right.
But it didn't work out for them that way.
It's true.
It didn't work out for them. adduunka waxay imtixaanada soo marteen iyaga imtixaankooda way ka soo baxeen adiga meel ka fiican bay ku keeneen oo
It's true. We can't really go back. The past is the past. We
the
have
past
to.
is the past. You can't
We have
say
to move forward. We have to.
So for
no,
me,
you're right.
the better from what level they left me at, I have to do in order. I have to leave something behind for my kids.
Yeah, you're right. You just have to try to do better. Learn from the mistakes, learn from the experience they've given you, and just try to improve your own situation and leave a better situation for your own children.
The kids when they hit 22, I went to university in the country. When I went to after I was going to classes with people who are actually paying their parents are paying for everything. They were taking the grants so they can have fun.
Yeah.
Can you believe they were taking the grants so they can have fun? I was taking the grants to pay the bills. These guys, wallahi, I tell you,
it's just
they were taking the
different.
grants to have fun.
But the thing is, a lot of young people are not. They're not financially. They're not financially trained. That's the thing. They haven't got financial education, and unfortunately, a lot of them don't. They don't know how to manage money. They don't know how to make money.
Funding staff. They have so much shit. It's unbelievable.
You're right.
I was competing with people who have accounts already set up, bro. Grants what this guy is having fun. He's buying a new GTI with it. I think I can have bus. You get me? That's how it works. Now, alhamdulillah, I'm in a better position. But the idea is for you to understand what level is expected of you. Not to put yourself
right.
down. Not to put yourself down. It's an ambitious thing. You take an inspiration.
You're right.
marka xanuunsantahay waxa la yiri waxa egtaa dadka ka hooseeya. Markaad rabtidna inaad kor aadid waa inaad egtaa dadka ka koreeya.
You're right, man. You're right.
Yeah, markaad jirantahay abka ama xanuunsantahay dadka ka horeeya waa inaad hooseeya aragtaa inaad alxamdulillah meel fiican baad joogaa aan hore u dhaqaaqday.
True. Alhamdulillah, man. That's the thing. I see I see a lot of from an experience, a lot of the children, especially Hablokan, for example, I realized that a lot of them have they've really never had a close relationship with their fathers, innit? And that affects affects their self-esteem and how they feel about themselves. You got to hug your daughters. You got to praise them.
Make them feel part of the
world. You got to let them make their own decisions. Praise them, hug them. Because later on, they whoever their marriage becomes a bit difficult. They don't know how to choose the right man. They become a bit emotionally a bit insecure. Your household done, and if you never hug your daughter in your life, she can just so jump at the first person that speaks to her nicely or looks at her or whatever.
Because you
haven't built that.
Where is the milky? Where is
you have it's very important.
Cheap in it the other way.
Our daughters, we're very, very important. I've seen a lot of them. They've got a lot of.
We love them. The thing is, can I say something?
A lot of fathers, they've neglected their daughters. A lot of them have.
Listen to this.
I've seen it.
Can I say something? This channel has been accused of disrespecting iron or. This, that. Sisters, not all men are the same. I hope the sisters are listening.
Yeah, we're not saying. Can
I just land? And one thing is, some of us, yes, of course, we see what's going on, but some of us are literally, at the end of the day, I don't want to shake you, hands shaking, innit?
Yeah.
I can't say we're all in this mess together, innit? Whether you like it or not. I'm playing our team, our team. We love you, we will protect you. I don't get that,
we're not really.
You are not coming out of the manhood obligations that was expected of you. Do you understand? You have to give the young lady a safe, secure place where she can flourish.
Mm-hmm.
Give a woman a house, she will give you a family. Give a woman financial stability, and she will give you life. You understand? So new world Your community will shine if your house is shining.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know, the issue is we do not, you know, all right, we say, oh, naagtu waxay leedahay dhan bay leedahay ninkuna dhan buu leeyahay but ilaahay indhihiisa hortiisa we're all the same. No matter what, Allah, we're simply the same, regardless.
I was saying this year. Nigga sulu u dembi hatala golo ilahay mo ego nin yanak ba tahay ne.
Exactly.
But what I'm saying is time we stop dragging each other down. It's all about beast mode and building each other up.
Yeah.
That's the crucial thing. Love and building each other up. Well, at the end of the day, when you challenge every single one, my brothers and my sisters.
I'd rather be with a Somali woman than be with that Janabi woman. That's what the truth. That was the shit.
Hell yeah.
Somali or anyway. Like Somali you get me?
Listen, I've got a little video for us here. Watch this. Yeah. Talking about child and flirting, yeah. Yeah, watch this. Yeah, watch this video. Watch this little clip. You know me. I got the clips, man. I got the clips.
Yeah, I got it.
I'm gonna start doing this to certain communities. Watch this.
حليمو ايه معانتو من كيك إمو وعن كتشعوها أبوك بح من كيم إمانا أباي معان من كيك إمو أنت كوكرنا مو فاكسينا كبح ألا بقى كبح هبرتي أركز لكن ما كسي حتى كو إمانا هي معانتو أنا عاو ولا أسكورن وحن كويري معطي إمو وباشالنا هدو أبو معان هدو كو إمانيا إن شاء الله معونتا النصمينية وباشالنا عايدي أي ولا المعان هدو أنا بحو ما يقصويني قال لا يهي فوشون وخنيسي يقول وين محربته على دينتي دي كشيء وحن كويري بح أنت إيكان على ذي فرح ماذا يا والله علي قوت يحشون عارف وكاسي قوت ولا يحشون ما تفكر لو وحن كويري عاوي ما هيدي بشامنا وروح عليه وين عاو باي باي
That's just looking at you know, the hysterical side of the comedy side of life, bro.
Come on, you know me, man. You know Somali speakers. I like to laugh. Khalid, we're all Somali speakers. Everyone here is a speaker. Yaba's a speaker. Ibrahim's a speaker. But Khalid likes to, banter now and again.
Yeah, that's fine, bro. You can banter. You can do your thing, man. Throw it. It makes no difference, bro. But we're talking about serious issues here.
God.
Serious issues here, bro. We want positive vibes out here. You don't want no negative thoughts.
Someone said this year, it's anti-Somali, it's coming from Galaha and the BLM Halimos. Wow. Hayai, Sheikh Ulus Banu Sagale. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam, Afti Wagon.
What did he say? Somali National Card revoked.
Allah.
Only one guy comes in. The Salaf is in the building. Allahu Akbar. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu
alaikum to everyone that panels Zoman.
Eid Mubarak Walaro. Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak هذا اليوم.
علينا عليك.
هي مش بروق المنكري. نساش كيف بقصة بعدين. يا.
كده بس مرة ثانية.
شيء كده في مرة just building, improving. ودن كنا ضد كنا.
Family house.
We're talking about, the core of the family or house, you know. What do you think about that?
Your unit.
Khalido, how can you say unblock him now?
It was your block. Let me open them up. Okay, let me open them up now. Yeah, so what do you think about that? You sell it some how could you done?
Well, Neo, well, I had a so good. Well, I don't know the context. We had to do Neo, so I'm just trying to fit in.
Yeah, all right. Where is he? No, is he this one?
Just
bad. I know my block list. I'll say later. Bear man's on the block list. Bear man in jail. Bear man in Habsi in this motherfucker. Remember Habsi like Sasaria. No. Come on now. Eid. شنو مصبي عيد دكا حسي قال قصص الرقة. I think that's him. I'm not sure. I think that's him. I see one name like that. Because Ninkani's been blocked. حبسي سغال check book قالوا صابحة Ninkani.
Come on.
Parking tickets been raided. Bad jail time in Somali speakers still. Free up the brother still.
Did his time up to me.
Did his time. Yeah man. You get me. ما هادنا حبد بلاش ناس كنا حبسي قال قصص صورة وين كاني أنا. كانوا بالضرر. You know the Salafi crew.
Well, you put all of us in Habsi Neo. Look so bad, man.
The Salafis. The Salafi waxay ku xun yihiin, yeah. We had this debate even as well. The Madkhalis, you know, even earlier, you know, we were talking privately, you know. I love my Madkhalis. No, what you know what it is? Yeah, I love you guys. nimanka waan jecelahay horta. One thing.
Salafiska waxay ku fiican noo sheegay waxay ku xun yihiin. We all know waxay ku xun yihiin. Just make us happy and teach us something good about it.
Okay. I think for my you asked me a good question, yeah, but أنا waxay ku fiican diinta way ilaashada. Wayna xasuusiyaan, you know the ones ilaahay ka cabsada. But there's ways nimankani habka ay waxay kala garan waayeen. حبسي بانك لقى ساعتي أوطى صوت السلام عليكم صاحبك أوطى
صادق السلام عليكم وإيش يا خالد
حبسي جيب أخر لقى ساعتي روح علي بنك حبسي ساعتي وعيد
يس عمار الرجال لا مياو خالد لا مياو رجال
It's only for it, man. You come back in 12 hours.
لا والله سيداي والله أنا صحيح عليك وأنا كاني أنت ولقي على سيداي إنقا صانقة.
Yes. What you guys say? What's the topic today?
We were talking about how Somalia become
positive thoughts.
Positive thoughts. Now, family unit, building the family unit. But the main topic is you guys. The main topic is are Somalis are we becoming lambs to the slaughter for Ethiopia, Kenya, Arabta? That's the That's the topic. But the family unit.
And the family unit, I'm gonna give you a scenario, right? Let's say محل ilmaha gaal noqdo. Let's say Quraanista ama ninka Ahmed la dhaho. Way noqonaan Quraanista diinta ka baxeen. Milita Ibrahim ka baxeen, ya. Just a scenario, just to think about it. Because I've seen many Somali apostates, like especially online, not in real life.
Yeah. I know we had them on the channel, but you know how it is. We couldn't, you know.
Try to educate them better. What else can you do? You try to compete with them and teach them better. What else are you gonna do? You're not gonna hit him. No, you're not gonna hit him. You can't do nothing to him. He chose that life. The best you can do for him is advise him. The best is better.
Would you disown?
No, why would you disown him? You cannot disown him. Elijah disown all the scholars you see around you.
There's a difference between a gal aslan and a murtad. Okay.
Okay. Why would I disown my son? So what? Something went wrong. Something somewhere went wrong, and I need to get to that and fix it in order for him to do better. For me, it's better.
Because you got two sons, you know, a 10-year-old and a how old? A 12-year-old, innit? Yeah, mashallah. In this scenario, as you're talking from the father perspective, and I love this. You're a brother, as a young father as well, innit? Yeah. Especially in this time and age, I'd say to disown.
It's while you know,
into nafta qofka ku jiro. I'll say la dalal, you know, because at the end of the day, ilmaha saa korisay, caloshii la imkhanan fuin credit in iska turtid. It's very.
That is ignorance. That is lack of education. That's being silly. For you to say, "Oh, I'm going to disown him because you made a choice," you're actually being
negative. No. You make it seem like being an apostate is like a. It's like a small choice. Being an apostate.
No, you are actually promoting him to leave you and run away from you and stay away from you. I accept the heritage, but listen to what I'm trying to teach you, Dad. And teach him better, show him better. Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam did not kick everyone away. Everyone that was against him. He kept going back. He kept going back until they changed their mind. This is the key.
Yabade. His name is Yabade.
diinta waa qaantaniyo Ibrahim alayhi salaam wuxuu sameeyay marka aabiis la hadlay quraanka midaysa inna bara'un dhahdo inna bara'un minkum wa mimma ta'buduna min dunillahi wa kafarna bikum wa bada baynana wa baynakum al'adawa abtiniki wuxuu dhahay Ibrahim wuxuu dhahay ama disassociate myself niyo wuxuu dhahay ama make this bara waxa la dhahaa what disassociation wa distance ama distance myself away from up until you come back to the truth niyo wala dhahay that's what he's saying to his own family niyo man he's telling his own ama disassociate waniga taganiyo caabudisiin idols waxaas ma sameeyo ilaahay caabuda he's trying to his own pops man his own family them famte u ka daga Go on.
That's what Emsak just said. It's clear-cut proof that if someone is not on the same religion as you, then you have the right to make bara from them.
Yeah, you can. You have the dog. You always have a choice. Remember what I said.
Yeah, but then how do you make bara from someone that lives in your house? You have
we were
to,
talking about no.
boycott them.
Shakada بدلنا. It's not if someone. Shakada waxay ahayd if your son or if your family member, if close blood family member came like that.
بالله العظيم, if my son, you talk about if my own relative, my brother is apostate, tomorrow, yeah, they are finished.
No, I think it's better if you write it, you know?
No,
Ibs, your mic. Ibs, hit the mic.
They need to differentiate between two things, yeah. This associate making baraya does not necessitate that you can't give da'wah to that individual. So let's say ilmahagi unigaygi diintu ka baxa. Da'wah wali wasiinta, da'wah islam wali wasiinta, wacaawin kata, lacag wasiin kata.
You're responsible for him. You're responsible for him. Dunkan ilahi kaso dhexgeliy. You understand what I'm saying? Ilahi aduu ku isticmaalay inaa cunugaas ilaaliyo.
No, but do you know what it is, yeah, Stacks? I'm not gonna lie to you, Stacks and what's his name, parking ticket, yeah, brothers, yeah. It's kind of difficult to talk in this scenario. I done it ilma haysan. It's one of them.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah, you know, until we have ilma, you know, the ones like Nubarke and my brothers as well. Olat khair,
you have to understand. Always remember to look for the positive side of any negative position. Remember, if you concentrate on the negative, your thoughts will become negative. Remember,
all day we were talking about positivity.
Look for the positive point of any situation you're in. Positive point. Again, negative. Do not judge it on the negative. Don't make a judgment. Don't make a judgment. Do not talk about the situation.
Sister FA said, yeah, nationalist, there is a I think she's talking to you, Stacks, yeah. She said, yeah, there's a difference between keeping distance and disowning. Sister FA. Wallah, mashallah. Good sister.
She understands what I'm saying, Niho, man. Like, you need to distance yourself, like the prophets did in Niho.
For the sake of your imam, yes, you have to.
Yeah, but at the same time.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. Go ahead, Stacks, come through.
Yeah, I'm saying you're saying that we don't have children and we can't relate to the brother Yabada. So obviously he can relate more to the situation. But what I'm trying to say is, yeah, if we were in that situation, inshallah ta'ala, yeah, like the way
I don't even want to be in that situation.
No. That's what I'm saying.
I don't even be in that. It's hypothetical. You're talking hypothetical.
What hypothetical probability? Because we're talking about family unity. We're talking about family unity, right?
Probability. Is like you got about 60-70% of chance things like that can happen to you. Nowadays they do. Not intentionally, they just happen. You know,
I'm talking about this here.
I've seen younger generation than me just saying, "Oh no, come on, man, dintan yo Ramadan ka waxa loogu talagalay dadkii hore way waxay sameyn jireen igami dadkii hore waxay sameyn jireen buu ku leeyahay."
Ridley James said, yeah. Ridley James just put up, yeah. Somali nationalism does more for than religious people. Somali nationalists do more than.
He's trying to divert the conversation. We're talking about family.
Okay, carry on.
Yeah. So obviously, obviously, we all like to deen talaga. Let's try to separate our personal relations with our children to the deen. We talk about the Sahabas at the time of the Sahaba. Their pops were the Ra'us Madahwenka of the Quraysh, like Abu Yazid or Abu Sufyan. The deen is so good. They were about to kill their parents for their deen, man. They were standing opposite sides. One of them was in the army of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the parents were fighting against them. These people, they love their deen so much, they would fight their own family them to obviously for the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So let's try to differentiate the
person. At a time when we were not alive. Look at the choices they had. It was either join or don't join. Now here we have bench. You can sit on the side of the bench. You can actually see all the religions in the world. You can do all this, and you have dog right now. Time we live now to the time as Haba and online was two different part of time moments. Moments you apply the religion to the moment you live. The Morkulu Din Islam wa din or peace, yeah, and it promotes. No, wallahi, it's a
ما
religion of
horta ani
peace
waxaan
and it
wanacbanahay
promotes
kol dhaho niyo diintan waa diinta peace niyo horta waxaan
what
anaga
peace.
diin hadda
How
ma
can
maqlayo
how can
hadda
you
ma
have peace? How can you have peace if you're going back to a time that does not apply to the time you live now? You have to take aqliga sheekooyinkan waa lagu sheegay waa inaad ka fahantaa jaraa'ada ay wataan waa inaad ka fahantaa the points they have and educate yourself and how do you apply it to the time you live in now. That is the idea.
sheeka xariir maaha niyo this is real life stories waxa dhacda waa laga helo inta
No, wax soo dhacay baa lagaga soo sheekay, yes, and it will happen again, but in a different time and in a different way. But what you have to remember is take the ideas from them, understand sheekadas lagu sheegay, break it down and understand the reason behind or lagu sheegay. When you do, you can only apply to it the moment you live.
No one disagrees with you here. No one's like your points. There's no disagreement. What we're talking about is if like I've seen a rife. There's been an increase of Somali apostates. There's nothing to hide there because we all seen it. We've seen a lot.
Can I explain that to you? Can I explain something to you? Well, Stacks. It's only common for communities like us, Muslim communities. Think about it, yeah, Stacks, yeah. Already, I think I'm not really fond on the knowledgeable like you brothers on the scriptures, yeah. But it's common sense. Do you get where I'm coming from? This is something that we can't help, but what we can do is learn and see the reasonings. You get me? Especially in family units. To pick up, telltale signs and because this is why I kind of like, gathering, speaking to some of the brothers and sisters. You guys don't call them brothers and sisters, yeah, but still, Somali, yeah. Talking to them, speaking to them, you understand, okay, it's not really Islam, it's personally, majority of them, wallahi, billahi, or talai, it's all personal experiences. Do you get where I'm coming from? It's nothing to do with our deen. So we gotta learn, because we live in childhood and tribulation, different times, my bro. This is different time. Even when me and you, that we grew up in, so we gotta learn. Crucial thinking. There's no strong Somali bonds. There's no communities. There's no times that Misaj gonna take you after like men clubs. Men need to be around men sometimes,
If the father figure is a strong unit, if the father figure in the house is a very strong unit they can look up to, wallahi, your ideology, Arurta, remember they're like a spoonyo. So the right education, the right kind of things, if you show them, wallahi, they will take it like a sponge. It will be in their head.
Do you know what
it's That's how it works. So when he gets a bad thought, you don't disown the dude. You just squeeze the spoon, get rid of the bad water and put good water in there.
The problem is, man, yeah. Now the problem is, I say one thing is, us Somalis, you see our community, especially our community, we are something stacks here. I say we are a reactive community. We're not proactive. We don't tackle the problem core. Because
some of us are not educated on the issues that kids are facing.
But now, alhamdulillah, in a weird way, alhamdulillah, you might think, what's Khalid saying, alhamdulillah? Okay, we've seen this. We're hearing this. We can record this and say, okay, cool. And this is where our was smart. We'll be like, okay, cool. This type of story. This is why conversation dialogue helps sometimes. Okay. Instead of yelling at someone.
If a kid cannot talk to his dad freely or his mom freely, how can he express himself? What am I teaching him? I'm teaching him, his feelings. What's the point of that? I want my kid to be my best friend, man. So I want him to share everything with me. I'm his father. That's the idea.
That's a great thing my dad did. My dad, he's like my bedroom fam.
But also remember, you're the father, man. Always remember, you're the father. You can be his best friend, but always remember you're the father, and he has to respect that. When they're disciplined well, after they go outside in that world discipline, wallahi wa sakhmata wa nasahata, wallahi na bekush again, bro.
We need to make our deen accessible.
They're proud. They're proud of who they are. They're proud of where they come from.
Like the sister said, like Sister Salma land upon, alhamdulillah for Islam. We need to teach it more. You know them ones. In fabricating our community.
An environment where all the negative points of Islam is being picked up.
Thank you.
Muslims waxay cabriyaan naagaha. Diintu waxay cabrisaa naagihiin oo naagihiin all that negative thoughts baa laga dhaadhicinaya caruurta. Remember, they're fighting against that when they're outside. Guriga markay soo galaan waxaas uma baahna, man. Or a father who will disown them when they do something wrong.
Champion. This is what I love about my boy. This is why I love my boy. Big up my boy, y'all, but I'm gonna do this again. Fuck
family,
it.
man. Y'all some dogs. Hey, I know I'm a dog. Hey, I know Daryl. Hey, you already know you trained a dog. Hey, we some dogs. Yes, sir. Hey, we about to turn up one time on these boys. They're not ready. They're not ready for it. Hey, it's their homecoming. Let's smash on these boys. Let's smash on these boys. And then we hit the field like all day like all night like and we ready like Dale Thomas like offense like smashing boys like yeah, and we get it like and my dogs like and it sound like all day like all night like all day like all night like all blue like offense like defense like squad like let's go like and it sound like and it sound like.
Come on. Smashing up the Sheller boys, like, come on, this is what we're doing, man. We're building up the family unit. Fire. Come on. You already know what we do in SS around there, baby. You already know.
In these bits, man. We're not taking out. We're clapping back up to you.
You ain't clapping nothing around here, bro. But we love you. You're still part of our team, bro. You're part of our team. You get me? You're
the brother Yabada wuxuu dhahay, yeah, diintan waa diinta peace. I was going to reply to the earlier before you cut me off guard, right?
Go ahead, my bro.
We're the middle nation. We're the peace on justo wax dagaal haysan justo. We're not like the Nasara, the Christian fam, to like turn the other cheek. So when you say peace, waxaan waxa waa rhetoric or Kwan, I don't know where you came from, but a lot of Muslims are keep repeating it. Peace. We're in the middle. Peace waa leenahay, marka dagaal waa leenahay. Labadaas waa haysanaa, and we're the middle nation. We know how to apply peace when there's peace, and when the we apply dagaal. We're not.
That's how good didn't. Yeah.
But how many ways can you apply dagaal? How many ways are there for you to apply dagaal? You only know the physical side of it. That's why you're going dagaal all day.
Come on, you can't answer the question for me.
You don't know the educational side of it. Trying to outsmart your enemy. What hadalka ka adag qoriga. Wallahi, I'm telling you, you say something to that man and he cannot answer that question, he will not fight you. He cannot fight you because he doesn't know what the hell you're on. What level you're on. If you show him you're better, how can he come and fight you? How can anybody come and test you if on an intelligent level, intellectual level, if you show him how small he is and how good you are? That is the reasoning. There's a physical side of the Galka. We rush to the physical side of the Galka. It's not something the last result. It's a last result. It's a last.
I agree. We're not disagreeing here. You're making it look like we disagree. We're not disagreeing here. We just,
but the way you say, when you said the Gal, it's like the first thing you're thinking about is the physical side of it.
That's your preconceived.
When he says the Gal, you're bringing the physical into it, not him.
Yeah,
he's just giving you there's two sides of Islam.
Let me give you.
There's a Ahmad side and there's the Gal side.
No. The Gal side.
You didn't say Rahman side.
Come on, man.
What did I say?
I'm Team Otani, come on. Your boy's jumping in, bro. How many ways can you apply? Hey, come on. You're not Team Otani. We clip one, you clip the other, bro. Come on, fam. He's driving, we're shooting. Head top. What did they say? Head top, no leg shot around here, bro. Bazooka shots in SS, fam. We're blowing up the whole motherfucking gap. You already know.
When I said the guy don't have these preconceived notions whereby you think like you know the answer I'm coming with. So Alka, listen here. When I say physical, let me give you a hadith that came to my brain, right? Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that kalimatu haqq inda sultan. How the best jihad? What's the best jihad? The one who speaks a word of truth, kalimatu haqq inda sultan, in front of the oppressive ruler. So speaking, what jihad?
Thank you, mashallah.
So when I say
what else do we do? This is the whole channel. All we do is speak about the truth. Don't you think the Somali unit, especially in the diaspora, what we said now, we need to implement Islam,
I don't have
build our family units through Deen Ten,
no, I said,
you know them
والله
ones.
I don't have nothing agreement.
We agree with that, Neil.
And what they can as well.
Break it down for people who don't understand it, bro, or people who misunderstand the idea, misunderstand the concept you're saying. Break it down for the people. Say there's different ways of applying this. There's different ways of applying that. That's a lot.
I thought you already know because the guy New. I'm not talking about physicality, New man. There's a lot of the guy the guy New.
Imam Dagal Bachira, Jihad Dagal within yourself Bachira, Imam Kagalet Dagal Lemis. That community guy got repeated in a so huddle pull rain is up to there's a lot of fights you can do. There's a lot of fights.
But okay, Stacks, but what can we do? You know, this fight that, you know, like we inherited this mess. Like I said, the other day, my broski, like when Palestine was getting, you know, and our brothers and sisters be free, like, you know, then we wahana kakado, you know them, I mean, at the same time, Kenya, what the Ado Shishay, the other day in Somaliland, we don't see these things. So, like you said, Jihad is even speaking. All we do here is care about that Kenya. And if you go back to the stream before, we're tired of 30 years of being low. The other day we had a mid-Modoba Nusa Gali telling us what they keep is stacks. Into Nusa Gali, what they keep is the most corrupt, this, that, and Stacky, believe it or not, since I've opened this channel, no one's talking about these things. So,
when you say that can that's one thing. Like, you know, with these kind of words they're using was segregation. You know, you're segregating yourself. Yarka Muslim makalusa that can.
And I'm saying that of course I'm talking Kasahan. When I say that can, it means not the whole not the Somali, the Libya so can they work on it? That's exactly what I mean. So I'll be clear with you. That Somali, that can means a nigga, your people, thingies people, that what can Libya and no huddling. And you know that for a fact, because I guarantee you probably didn't even know about Kenya, that kind of thing at the same time. You probably didn't know about that. Come on, what happening to people? Our people in South Africa, Melahan, Korbaha, like people like Yabba as a young parent that's got teenagers, where Yabba like these people now, and there's people younger than them. We have to be real and talk to our community. And you brought up a beautiful point when you said this. I posted. I didn't want to call Hassan as well. I don't know it's you. That's another effect, but there is gang violence. Like Ibrahim said, in poverty. Poverty. This is what we need to speak about as well. Preserving that can my brother. All praise belongs to you. I beg you. And that's true. I mean, that's only. I mean, but we need to figure things. Go ahead. Go on, my brother.
Like Muslim brothers as a whole.
Yeah, across the whole world. Yes, but my brother, listen, the problem is right now, I'm not gonna you know what it is? There's even this is the time and age we live at. 13 Muslim countries signed a peace deal called in China lahadlin. We live at this time and age. Do you get where I'm coming from? We live at a time and age. If what then kind of Somali was a human being, it's on ICU with the monocyte. You get me? So for us not to say, okay, like it's the baldi in a bucket scenario. If your house I did I read that your mom's in there and your sisters, your brother's stackies in the house, and you've only got water to put that house out or another house out at that time because we're in a weak situation. When one of the poor award if I don't award, if it's the other way around, we'll never be thinking like this. We'll be talking about how can we help that Kenya. That's what I'll be talking about. I'll be like, how can I help? Well, hey, Afghanistan, go China, go Hagan. But as a Somali, award that my store. Award that I haven't got power like that. We can't. And I'll give you statistics and facts of how we're pollution, starvation, climate change, food security, and again, this goes over everyone's head. I literally on this panel spoke about 45 times. You ain't gonna find nowhere else speaking about that. And this is all factual. Like you're saying, speak the truth. We're speaking the truth, bro. And no one seems to care about us.
we care. Well, the thing
So
that
we
we care.
need to speak about, and then, but we care about, of course. Listen, my brother, even on the channel, man, being dumb to the Palestine places. I'm the only channel that spoke about the Pakistani family or Mel Delay, and I bought a girl from Canada, Mel that in and around that area. No one else does. Of course, we care. We love that kind of Kalena as a dean, but we are fucked, my brother. Pardon my Somali, but we can't do this, bro, no man. Ignore our own problems and pretend everything's all good.
I don't disagree with what you're saying there, man. That can
Yeah, bro.
what has done, yeah. Maybe you start with your own neighbor, innit? The Prophet said, "Man, like fix your own neighbor." I'll keep them. Yeah, man, I agree 100%.
Yeah. And then one could award learner here. If right now, if imagine this, imagine the guy man we're like Dubai, Somalia was at a peak. We wouldn't even be having this. We'd be like, how can we save the Palestinians? I know Somalia is a nation. I think that one I will hang.
So let me give you something. Yeah, I was on. Someone sent me a video. I think it was an Arab brother. Yeah, he was raising money for the Somali people. The Somali people, the way they reacted to it, violating the guy. We don't need your help. Arab can I'm sending you the video. What's going on? Like
that's wrong.
The way they respond to it, and the Arabs, they're not talking about people. They don't care about us. When someone does care and is trying to raise money for our own people, we don't need your help.
But that person needs to understand, as well, in a sly way, because right now a lot of people are doing this Asian white, especially I see this white savior complex for YouTube. Do you get where I'm coming from? Yeah, I respect that. I know Hasi, Muslimin sina, and will get yellow tiger son.
Yeah, well, I just want to say one thing.
No problem.
No.
Big up to Khalid, man.
Don't not belittle the
people. Say that again, bro. Go ahead, come through parking.
Yeah, I just want to say, listen, big up to Khalid and his channel, man. His channel came a long way, and alhamdulillah, got rid of all the murtads. Or you watch this channel clean, mashallah. Allah bless the channel. You're going in the right direction, man. Keep bringing attention to Somali causes, man.
Yeah, but like I said to myself, brothers, I'm not a da'wah guy. I can't be one thing about da'wah, is you have to be on point with this thing. I don't even do the da'wah thing in the speakers corner, record them guys. It's dangerous, bro. I want to speak about our issues.
Do your thing, man.
But yo, bro, like I'm saying,
if you do like once a week, like a da'wah, Islamic topics, you come through.
Bruv, come. Like I said to the brothers and sisters, thank you. Like I said to myself, my platform is here to help Somalis in all angles. Any other brothers and sisters or Dinta Kudere want to break things down Thursday nights, Friday nights, just let me know. I'm consistent. I don't think you realize I am a consistent king. Anytime you guys want to come through, break things down for free. Who ya Didi Kariya, bro? Ya Didi Kariya, bro. Don't ever forget that. You get me? Islam runs through our veins. I'm not one of these people. I can't separate the both, fam. It's impossible for me. I don't know about these guys. It's literally impossible for me. But again, they are minority in our community. Like I'm saying, we should start learning, my brothers and sisters, what is making Riyal kind of sit on. Instead of talking let's be smart. Let's use ours.
Back home is not like this. We need to understand. Back home,
it's not like this.
Not like this.
Now you know what? Yeah, wallahi, alhamdulillah. I just want to say one thing. Alhamdulillah, wallahi, for Hargeisa becoming the Salafiyya capital of Somalia, the south and the north.
Alhamdulillah, man. Our Salafiyya is growing in Somalia. Alhamdulillah, is growing.
Okay. Yabade loves these ones.
Oh, my lads, narrow-minded dudes. Here we go. Say again, narrow-minded man.
Well, the Salafis.
I'm not reminded about that statement, though. Once again, explain, brother.
You're only bigging up what? There is no Salafis in Mogadishu. There's no Salafis in Puntland.
No. Actually, what I said was, it is growing. No, alhamdulillah. There's a lot of good Salafis in Mogadishu. There's a lot of Salafis even in the south. You know, that's all the Salafis everywhere.
Yeah, stop being narrow-minded and bigging up the only people, the only places that you know. You know what I'm saying?
No, this is inside. Look, this is inside joke between me and Khali because we're both landers. That's it.
See me and Yabba, he loves this. I look at this parking ticket. You're gonna open another. Me and this guy, 15 years, 20 years, but we've been having this debate. You know me and Yabba. You get me?
Yeah.
Man, how you feeling, bro?
yeah,
He's a, you know, he's very anti. He's a boy.
say
He's
that.
a
Yeah,
boy
you
from
can say
ghetto,
what
where
the
you know the
landers,
most.
I'm bigging up the landers. That's fine. You can say that, bro. There's no issue with that. But all I'm saying is, the channel is open to everyone, not only the landers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, big up.
Even though the founder is a lander, even though the founder is a lander, it doesn't mean the whole channel ain't open to everyone. It's open to everyone.
Open to. Listen, it's open to every Salif. Listen.
Hargeisa is the capital of Somalia.
That's how we run things, man. They know, man.
I listen, yeah. Let's be real. Yeah. These two.
Yeah, we
these
run
two-
things. Come on, bro.
I look.
It's not run things, man. Don't listen to this guy, man. It's not run things.
How about we all run things
It's
together?
not. Hargeisa will liberate the south, inshallah, bidnillah.
Listen, this is what confuses me about the Salafs, innit? I thought you guys were all anti-Qabil, one. Like, what's
No, we are.
going
There's too much nationalism in the south. Yeah, we need to clean it.
Man, I'm happy. I'm happy that you're Somali. I'm happy. I'm Hawiya. I'm happy that Allah made me that. But there's no like. I'm not.
Alhamdulillah, I'm saying you can be happy. Just find yourself a good. Find yourself a good Isaac sister to marry. Have like half Isaac, half Hawiya kids.
Allah, there's no problem, man.
That's the way forward.
I don't violate.
That's the way forward.
I don't look down on other sect. I don't believe in this 4.5. You're Hassan Khashika. I don't believe in that shit, man.
Yeah, but you rather be with. I'm gonna ask you something. Yeah, would you rather be with a Somali woman?
I want an Arab wife. That's what I want. It's my preference. I'm not saying come to it. I want a Salafi Arab. That's just my type. I don't mind. I don't really. But
so if you find a Salafi Somali sister, hardcore. She's a Medkhali furthermore.
They don't exist. According to him, they don't exist, bro.
Nah, I know a couple of Medkhali sisters. So if I find you a decent Medkhali sister, she comes up to me, I'm looking to start a dating agency.
Why Medkhali Couture Sama? Come on, man. I'm not Medkhali.
No, parking tickets are Medkhali. I forgot, it's not you.
I'm Ahlul Sunnah, but Salafi as well.
Yo, look at Khalid going into sectarianism already. I listen. Medkhali sisters are the best. Medkhali sisters are the best. If you want to get married, you want to have a good obedient wife who's on Islam and Deen Teda, find yourself a Medkhali sister.
But you have to be a Medkhali first, though.
No, you don't have to.
مسلم سني مسلم سلفي الذين أهل الحديث والأثر لكن هذا واحد قال له you have to when you have a preference in it like you might like this woman, you might like it's a preference, man. It's not about discriminating.
You already limited yourself when you say I want an Arab Salafi woman. You're only limited to your choice. That's the only choice you get.
Preference up to you.
The only choice you limited yourself to. But you chose only Arabs in the Kage Mata Haganak or
the Salafs are getting lessons tonight. Yes,
you're limiting yourself. Jeez, why not open yourself? Why not open yourself to your surrounding? You might find it right next to you. Wallahi, what you're looking for might be right next to you without you knowing it. But because you're limited in yourself, you will never know. You will never know what's next to you or what you can experience. Abti adunka ilahi bale, and he put you on here to see everything and experience everything. And educate yourself from it. And in the end, to go to the right place. That is the key. You don't care whether you're Salafi, you don't care the whole idea is to make it to Jannah, right?
The
whole idea is just to make it to the Jannah. Wallahi, it is. To live this life in such a righteous way. And alhamdulillah,
let me tell you, no reason, the Arabic I want to learn Arabic freely, free of charge. I'm thinking of my pockets in it. I get Arab wife, I get
the Quran every 7 days finish that Quran, and I promise you,
translation of Quran,
within 3 months you will speak Arabic fluently.
The Quran, in Arabic, obviously you can read it, but understanding is two different things.
Every Arabic word in the Quran hadda fahamtid, and you educate yourself such a way you know most of the Arabic words. I promise you.
But isn't the Arabic in the Quran and Arabic that people speak
Yeah, that's classical Arabic deal. That's not contemporary Arabic.
That is the Arabic. That is the Arab
yo, listen, that was a test, yeah. The Somalis in the live chat, they don't like me saying Arab wife, Neo. Kulugan we again. There's some kind of fire kicking.
You just limited yourself.
You know what it is? It's not because he said Arab wife, it's because she said, because you're a Salafi, they were against you from the beginning anyway, Sahib.
We're not against him.
This is the thing. We love the Prophet.
How do you know they were against from the beginning?
How do you know it? How do you know they're not jealous? How do you know they're not jealous?
Imagine if a couple of Somali sisters are watching and they hear M-Sax talk and then he says Arab sisters.
Okay, that's no problem. He can say as he wishes. Up to everyone is entitled to their opinion. The channel is free, bro. What I'm saying is you're limited to that section only. You have to wait for a gawar Arab or Salafia in a kusura to ta ama aziga heshid mela heshid. Because you do not know what's next to you. You do not know what's next to you. You don't know how good it could be or how bad it could be. You narrow-minded it again.
Yo, Khalid, highlight that comment, yo. That was a funny comment. He says, "Go for an Arab sister, but her meher is gonna be half of Mogadishu."
Allah, yeah, you said that.
I need to find that. I can't even find it.
That's true.
Man said, half of Mogadishu.
Who said that?
Half of Mogadishu would be the cost, man.
Yeah, then you.
I can't even
see that. Someone wrote the comment.
Well, so he said that himself, man. He's trying to blame someone else. That's how Kelly said that.
No, wallahi, really, James, something.
Read it, bro.
Really said it, really James.
There it is.
Yeah, he found it. Yeah, look at it. Go for Arabs, but meher gonna cost half of Hammer.
Well, I give you that, really James, man. That was a good comment, man. I give you that one.
Now, do you know is Stacks? Can you see like they say in the chat? إن كان يردين تكشيكيا الله الصدنا مناك عربيت بنقطة. Say if they're thinking like that. How do you know his hatred?
It's the way he said it.
My Neo, I was like,
he said it. He said, "Nak Arab Barhawa." He didn't say, "I want a Middle Eastern lady." He said, "Nak Arab Barhawa." That is instigating. He's actually He's what? Middle Eastern Arab Maha. Ya ubadan demarka. Qofka aqliga leh oo education kale wuu yaqaanaa dadka u badan meesha Neo.
Yeah, why Neo?
What Salafiyal ku jira ma ogtahay Israelka way ka buuxaan ma ogtahay as well. You can get one from there. She's Middle East.
My أنا waxa kale naag Muslim kale Israeli ma xigay sheegaysan yani.
Naag Muslim waa ka buuxaan abti Israel way ka buuxaan dad Muslimiin ah.
Oo Israel ka.
Yeah. oo Israa'iil wallahi doortay inay diinta soo galaan wallahi way buuxaan. Of course way buuxaan.
Allah ma sha Allah ma khaaniniyo ay sheegtay hada faham.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? I think we had the thought. I'm saying to you the way you said it. You said Arab woman. You just, that's instigating an issue right there.
Jeez.
Why is that instigating an issue? I don't get it. Like, what's the hate?
Because you're not fucking Arab yourself, G. You're not Arab yourself.
Well, so what, man? Wait. That sounds some ignorant comment, Neo. What the hell, man? That's a severe behavior, man.
That is what I'm saying.
That's severe extreme, I'm telling Neo.
No, Ben Mukushig there. Khalad Maha, South was the way you say that, you instigate that. Naga and yes, you
have preference here. What preference? What we say?
Are you saying you have to be Arab to want to marry an Arab woman?
Yeah. Maya, you could
say
Arab. I prefer, no, listen, I prefer haddaan waayo naag Soomaali oo Muslimada oo Salaafi oo sidoo kale haddaan waayo inaan ka helo Arab oo kale saas oo kale haddaan
dhile your way of answering that's your different story. Why should he answer it like you Neo? عاد ما تكدك
Yeah, because it's not Arab, bro. It's not Arab. Arabta, I'm telling you right now, gabdhaha Arabta ma dhahayaan nin Salaafi oo Soomaali baa rabaa abti Ilaahay ka cabso. Let's talk the truth. Who goes around saying that? You tell me which Arab girl is going around saying, I want your Somali or Salafi or Muslima. You show me a girl that says that.
He's married to an Arab sister, Salafi Arab sister, a close friend. And mashallah, they've been married for a very long time. They got children. So, like, there's no issue in this, man. It's all about preference, Neo, man. It's not like you can't force
listen, but your preferences are non-Arabic or Salafi.
I respect that. I respect your preference. I don't have no issue with it. You can have your own preference. You can have what you wish. إلهي أكسي إلهي أبو كاغبري أبا إنا هشد بابتي.
أنت ناق هرت صحابة
It's your preference. I'm Mukhor. But all I'm saying is, do not instigate the ladies. Somali, we prefer Somali girls. I prefer Somali girls to Arab girls. That's me. That's me.
Now with your statement there can anger the non-Somali women. So it's like
I have a right to. I have a right to. You just like why do I have to listen to your preference and you cannot listen to my preference?
Wait. What is this, Neil? M-Stars gave you his preference and for like 10 minutes,
I'm giving my preference.
Wait. Are you chastising him to say Arab
Hey, man, teach these guys again. Oh, yo. It's Royal Rumble, bro. I'm on. You know what it is, man, bro.
After this guy saying, look, he said the moment he's sticking on him, he says, I have right. But when the brother says, I want an Arab Salafiyya wife, you're sticking on him to know why you're not even Arab yourself.
No, the question is.
Some double standards have to come on there.
No, don't get it. So, hey, you got it wrong. The issue was, dissing my man. Do you know why they dissing it? That was the issue we were talking about. We're not talking about the preference, he said. I have no issues where he likes. I have no problem. I said you instigated the issue. That is the reason why comments, guys.
Sister F.A. asked you a question. When you look in the mirror, do you see an Arab man?
Yeah, I see a Muslim.
No, I see a Muslim man.
Muslim man. Mashallah. I'm happy for you, bro. That's good, man. You see a Muslim man. But I prefer Somali girls to Arab girls any day.
I don't chastise you when I make my preference. Okay, so you're saying the same stuff.
Do not chastise my preference.
I'm not new.
Were you chastising him though by saying that you're not even an Arab?
I'm not chastising. The girls are. The comments are chastising his preference, not me.
And you said you're not even Arab. And you said you're not even Arab.
Yeah, but that's the truth. Is he Arab?
Does he have to be an Arab to want the Arab wife though? Does he have to be an Arab to want? Do you have to be an Arab to want an Arab wife?
No, you don't have to be.
So then why are you saying that to him?
Are you Arab? The question I asked him was, are you Arab? You don't have to be an Arab to want an Arab wife. I'm not saying you do. I never said that.
Then that means your question is good. Look at Neil.
مسكح لازم يكون أردن أبتو مسكح لازم يكون أردن.
Big up. ما لا أحمد تي in the building. أحمد تي in the building.
أنا مين مخلو نيو. أرتي يبادو هذه listen.
السلام عليكم. عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. والله
عليك السلام.
والله أحمد واحد صحيح you know كوحدي أكنت the polyester just ما نوصل عليه. سيفتي ديارو. سيفتي بلا سبب. ما تغطى polyester just gang. Carry on.
هنا أنت من كل جينا سلفيين هنا ما حنقدر why we segregate ourselves. كل جينا سني هنا مسلم هنا حديث كفل وينا قرآن كفل وينا we understand man no here we're not different.
No, we just call you the polyester gang. You know the polyester just gang. It's a little nickname for you guys. You know how you don't call us it's our nickname for you guys. The guys that think they're Arabs when they look in the mirror, but you know what I'll carry on.
Listen, there's a lot of people saying self-hate, hate. There's a lot of people saying self-hate. You hate your own people. Somali people are beautiful, fam. Like the women, they are beautiful, fam. But if you have a Somali man who wants a foreigner, like a non-Somali person, you shouldn't chastise them. You shouldn't get angry with them. Why? Because our deen says otherwise. The Sahaba, Bilal himself, married an Arab person. Bilal, one of the most blackest person, he married an Arab wife. And saying the Arabs, they married black women, like who? Sumaya. Sumaya was black. Sumaya, the first martyr, was a black person in our deen, was a black person. And she married an Arab man. So intermarrying from Arab to black happened way before. The Arabs are across the sea from us. We traded with them, we intermarried. There's no issues in that. So stop hating on the Arabs. That's the whole thing. Like, don't hate the fact that when Somalis want a foreigner. That's my point here, man. Like, I don't mind. There's no self-hate here. I love the Somali women, but it's just a preference, Neo, man. Good day, Neo. That's what I'm saying. Go on.
Hello. Salam alaikum. Who's this?
Salam alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Why are you? Who's this? Hello?
Hello?
Huh?
Hello?
Yeah, hello. Can you speak up, bro?
I can hear you, my brother.
Yeah, my brother. Assalamu alaikum. Start the war, bro.
It's interesting topic you're talking about tonight. I wanted to join on, man.
Yeah, come through. No problem, my bro. Let me just switch it. I was just making sure you're not a troll. Security, you're not security guy.
From his name,
Come on.
from his name, this brother is certified. One gold.
Nah, do you know what it is, bro? You know what it is. You know what it is. No, but stacks. Wallahi, you know what it is, yeah? You know the porn people, they're ruthless, bro. The last one I got was a Muslim woman's name. That way you could get see. Wallah, they're ruthless. They're nasty guys, fam. They just coming back, porn be kushi, and that's the 2-3 hour stream gone. YouTube are quite this, innit? I can't risk that, bro. The shit, cause I knew what anyway. In the Cuba, no side the way they.
Yeah, that's not my point, basically. Yeah, it was don't chastise people for their preferences, isn't it? Whether like Somali people with over 20 million, man, in terms of intermarrying other people, we're not gonna lose population here. There's many people marrying. Like this brother here, he said he prefers a Somali woman. MashaAllah, man. In fact, Somali women are one of the best women when it comes to the deen as well. Fam. And I'm not talking about USA, Canada, but Somalis in general. They stuck with their deen, so it's not bad having a Somali woman as a wife, man. So I'm not trying to downgrade the Somali women.
Shut up.
Nika sogla madaxweyka sogla niyo ninka la taqulu
ya jota assalamu alaikum Eid Mubarak
I'm gonna you know what, yeah, you can't get away with that, Sahib. I don't know why the panel is taking it easy on you, but the idea that you see Somali chicks, you see girls that look like yourself, but not only do they look like you and represent you, but they actually happen to be the one of, if not the finest women. Let me finish. They happen to be. They happen to be.
Let's get into it.
They Somali women happen to not only look like you, but they happen to be the finest women, if not one of the finest women. You understand what I'm saying to you? So the idea that you see that,
man, keep it civil. I'm gonna come back in 2 minutes here.
So the idea that you see that, and then you come up with, I want an Arab chick, that has to be explained, because you can't explain that naturally.
Arta, I agree with 90% of what you said, with the 10% where you're trying to discriminate on another community. It's absolutely because by you saying me wanting an Arab woman is something that you dislike or something that you don't like.
No, it could be Japanese. I don't care. I'm asking you, why would you prefer anyone?
Basically, you're saying when I want an Arab woman, I'm downgrading, right?
Sorry? No. I'm saying in terms of looks, let's be honest now, yeah? In terms of looks, in terms of daqan, in terms of you name it, whatever particular category that you would want to come up with, there's just no way you would overlook a Somali woman and look at another woman. It doesn't matter. It could be Japanese. It don't matter to me.
What you're saying
why
now,
would you want to?
Is it your what's it called opinion? Is this opinion or is this a fact?
Yes, MSAC sounds like he's
this is demonstrable fact.
It's a fact,
For instance, if
how
we
is it
talk
a
about
fact, man? It's objective to you.
It's
objective only to you.
Hear me out. If we talk about looks now, I can easily say it's a demonstrable fact that Somali women look way more beautiful than Arab women. The reason for that is because when it comes to looks, there is something called symmetrical, asymmetrical features when it comes to looks.
Again, subjective to your own opinion.
It's subjective. What's symmetry got to do with opinion?
It's all subjective.
An Arab man can turn around and say that about Arabs to you.
No. Do you understand what symmetry is?
I know what symmetry is. We know, but what you're saying.
What's that got to do with subjectivity?
Is there some kind of article that we can refer ourselves to, or do you have to refer to Ahmed?
No, you can look it up now. What is scientifically? So look up right now. What is scientifically considered to be beautiful? And the features that are considered to be beautiful are way more found in the Somali women than they are in the Arab women. Like this is just. Like, if it's demonstrable, are you really going to compare in terms of beauty? You're going to compare Somali women to Arab women?
Yes, I am. Yes, 100%.
In what way? Is it okay? Let's break it down. Do they look more?
Let me interrupt you.
Do they have better bodies than them? Do they look more feminine than them in any way?
I'm not going to get into all that, but I'm saying.
What do you mean? You got to justify it.
My justification is, I believe, like when I say it's this year, the Somali women are going to feel hurt in it. So I don't want to say, But
but they're already feeling hurt because you disrespected them, bro.
No. You're disrespecting Arabs, Neo. That's what
I'm not talking, bro. I'm not even talking about other women right
yes,
now.
You have, man. Yes, you have.
I'm just stuck to why you leaving Somali women.
You gotta listen to me for 1 second, yeah. Because you just said the Somali women are demonstrably more mahadadaha in looks wise. They're better than the Arabs. So that's you.
Yeah, even Nakon wise too.
That's you violating a whole community by downgrading them by saying my community is better than your community in terms of looks.
But that's got nothing to do with downgrading. People are better than others in things. What's that got to do with downgrading? What, you think no one's better than you?
Wait. How can you be better than somebody looks wise? It just means you look better according to you.
It's called symmetry, bro.
Yeah, according to you.
No, there's an objective standard. Look it up.
An Arab man or a Timid man can say the same exactly what you're saying about his own women.
First and foremost, you're not an Arab man or a Timid man, so why are you even waffling about that? I'm talking to Somali men, am I not?
You're talking about the Arab women, right?
I know. I'm talking about Somali women, and you lot being Somali men.
So what would stop an Arab man saying the same about his women?
You're not an Arab man. Like, what is wrong with you? I guarantee you, if this was an Arab panel, they would have the same conversation, and they would say, "What are you on? How could you choose a Somali chick over an Arab chick?" They would say that. I can guarantee.
And they'll be saying the same thing that you're saying, right?
It's called dignity.
Would they agree with you, Neil?
Oh my God.
No, they would say whatever about their women.
Exactly.
Telling me who wouldn't do that?
That's exactly what we're saying, man.
But the difference is I can back it up. You can look it up right now. Google it. What is scientifically considered to be beautiful? Go ahead.
It's subjective, Neo. What you find beautiful, I won't find beautiful.
So there is no such thing as objectively beautiful. Is that what you're telling me?
But there's an image we pumped, like the typical white woman image.
The thing is,
beauty is subjective. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder.
What is it that an Arab woman has that a Somali woman doesn't? For you to go beyond your...
To be fair, if I can jump in, I think
Ahmed,
it's all based on opinions, but I think, Maverick, you are being a bit of a supremacist here. I mean... Just to say that if there was an Arab panel, they would do the same thing is not a valid magarata. This is not about tit for tat. It's just about preferences magarata. People like
they're the ones that brought up the Arab guy.
People like different climates. It's nothing big deal magarata.
No, it is a big deal. See, listen. Let me tell you why it's a big deal. Yeah, because we're talking about someone who looks exactly like you. So for you to go beyond that and say you prefer someone who doesn't look like you, that's questionable. Why would you not like someone that looks like you?
Did you say that's self-hatred?
Yeah, but he didn't say. I'm sure the brother Tax didn't say he doesn't. He's not interested in somebody because he just said he prefers. He likes.
I know. Why would you prefer someone over your own though? Like why?
That's his preference though. I kind of get where you come from. Isn't that the idea of a preference though, Ahmed?
Look, I'm not saying
it's personal. It's subjective. If the guy likes something, right now, if you like red, he likes blue. He likes red, he likes blue, innit? That's his preference.
No, but
surely
we're talking about someone that looks like you.
Well, it seems like
that doesn't matter someone looks like you.
No, but that's equivalent to saying if I had a choice,
Maverick, what you're doing is you're superimposing your opinion on us. You're forcing it on us.
It's equivalent to saying, yeah, if I had a choice, I wouldn't want to be Somali.
No.
You're reaching with that, Neo. What's wrong with this guy?
Why not? And Maverick, can I ask you a question? Do you find women beautiful, and despite their race, do you find them beautiful, women?
Yeah. Who's that question towards, Neo?
I find women gorgeous. I find Somali women way more beautiful.
That's your preference.
That's good. That's your preference. That's good.
No, but that's because they remind me of me. Good. You telling me Somali chicks don't remind you of you?
Good. No, they do.
I don't want a chick that reminds me of me.
But you don't like people that remind you of you.
No, man. I'm an ugly ass nigga, man. I want something different.
Is when you superimpose like.
Wow.
I think that's fishy. I think someone to say that all women ain't beautiful. That all women ain't equally beautiful. I think that's fishy. All women are equally beautiful. They've all got certain features about them that makes them beautiful.
Let me give you something. Let me give you an example, right? Like a man, like he would want a woman. Like why? He want a woman that's on their deen. One person would want a woman, and he doesn't care about the looks. If she's on her.
What do you mean a man doesn't care about the looks? That's the dumbest thing I ever heard.
No. There's certain people like that. They prefer certain stuff.
But why are we talking about weirdos though? That's a weirdo.
Because
If
I'm
a man
giving you.
doesn't care about women's looks, that's a weirdo.
I'm
Let
giving
them
you.
finish. Let them finish.
I'm giving you a spectrum, right? Because you're saying because a woman looks like you, therefore you should like that person. Is your opinion, you know, man? Because certain people look like me. When I look at women, you know, I look at looks, their culture, their mahallaha, their language. You know, do we click? But we don't just look like, you know. Does she look like me? You know, why would a woman? I don't want a woman that looks like me, anyways, Neo. I don't want a man.
It's not all about
Like,
looks, basically.
when you say I want a woman that looks like me, I don't want that, Neo. I want a woman.
No one is saying it's all about looks. You know, when you don't say it's not all about looks, yeah, it's as though you're saying Somali girls don't have any other quality. What do you mean it's not all about looks?
No, because you just
Who's saying that?
Maya, if I can just jump in, you know what? Guys have different preferences, Magarata. So do girls. There might be some Arab girls who have a preference for a black guy or an African guy. Now that doesn't mean that they've got a problem with their Arab
actually some
brothers.
Somali girls that
They
marry
probably like
black
Arab
guys
guys,
and
but they might prefer a black guy, Magarata. And vice versa, and white male with the black woman, a white female with a black guy. It's just preference. It's the way God created. I don't see why you would try to Magarata debunk people's attraction or preference. It's just preference.
I don't understand why things have to be so sensational. Like preference. Like stop. That's just shutting. That's just shutting down the conversation.
No. Listen. Do you understand that word? Do you understand that word?
It's just saying, let's not have a conversation. It's just preference.
No, Ahmed, do you understand that word?
No, but Maverick, you're arguing for the sake of it.
I'm not arguing for the sake of it. You're acting like there is absolutely nothing
the hell says they want a woman that looks like them?
You're acting like there's absolutely nothing questionable about the fact that you overlook your own women. There's nothing questionable about that.
I'll tell you what's
Yeah, but who says they want a woman that looks like them?
That is childish beyond.
Guys, yeah. Level down come through.
That is childish level
He
mentality.
needs to fix his mic, man, because his mic is low.
Is it low?
Yeah, but
and Level down.
Go on, hold on here. We're gonna mute up though. Go on.
And
is that Sam? Is that the boy Sam?
Can you guys
fucking
hear me?
hell, you slipped in.
Yeah,
Sam.
what's going on, Sahib? Yeah, what's going
You know,
on?
on this, you see on this chat, alaikum assalam wa
Big up
rahmatullahi
Cameroon, Neo. What going Neo?
Sam in the building.
Big up Cameroon.
I carry on, Mudan, come through. You had a question.
Okay, listen. And one thing about it, and Muslims I find weird, yeah, and when Ilahi has forbidden something and they try and say like it's okay to do it, like for example the gay and Muslims and all that rhetorics, yeah, they come with, yeah, and on the other side you have when Ilahi has made something lawful and then they forbid it as well, the Muslims, which is what you guys are doing now. From the Quran 587, oh believers, do not forbid the good things which Allah has made lawful for you. Marrying a woman, and whether she's Arab or whatever, is lawful. You're not allowed to forbid it. You're not allowed to frown on it. You're not allowed to speak bad about it. It is lawful.
Preach, my brother.
Allah has made it lawful.
MashaAllah. Allah
No one has said you're not allowed. No one has said
Mashallah.
you're not allowed to go with any other woman. Like I don't know why you have
That's
to.
what you guys were saying. So don't try like.
To be fair, Maverick, you are.
No, can I say something? Wu-Tang. Sorry, Wu-Tang. You need to fix your language.
We can't hear nothing.
Sorry, one more. You need to fix your language. You saying you, man. Only one person said that on the panel.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, one man. One person said what?
You're saying basically,
Maverick, you saying that there's something wrong with people.
No, M-Stacks. You know, let's be correct. He said he was baffed with M-Stacks, brothers. M-Stacks at a point of him preferring saying, I prefer a Arab Salafi girl. There's where M-Stacks, there's where X had the whatever. Let's carry on from there.
That's the brother preference. There's nothing wrong with that.
All I said is it's questionable when you overlook your own women that look like you, women that have the same culture as you. When you overlook that, when you overlook to who? Questionable to who? Let me finish.
I understand.
Let me finish, please. Let me finish. When you overlook that which is right in front of you, which is clearly made for you, you overlook that and you go over to another people, is questionable. Like if you say that's not questionable, that's basically saying Maskahdi is Kahira. Nothing means anything.
He's not saying.
Nothing means anything.
He's not saying anything like that.
Okay, let Samaroon come through. Let the new brother come through.
Okay.
We can't call you Samaroon on this panel no more. There's 5 guys: Ismail, Ali Umar, there's Mohammed Shida. You have to change your name on it. You're no longer the only one. Back in the day, everyone's baffed right now. All the new panelists here, we used to call this brother's out there. He's called Samaroon. Like, he is Samaroon as well. But in this panel, you can't say that because there's about 6 of them. They're gonna be like, "What the fuck? I ain't gonna." So, man, like Mahad, come through, Sam. I'll call you Sam from now. Come through, brother. Welcome back as well. Welcome back as well.
But the thing is, like what Maverick was speaking about, he has to understand every ethnicity thinks their women are the most beautiful. Know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
So of course we're gonna think our women are the most beautiful. You feel me? But every other ethnicity thinks the same thing. But what makes it the truth?
I didn't speak about beauty right now. Right now, I just said she looks like you. She reminds you of you. So it's like you're going. It's like you're migrating when you've got something in front of you. Why are you migrating?
Is that where you're coming from?
Is that the only point here? A woman looking like you, is that the only thing that encapsulates a woman?
I didn't say the only thing, Lee. See, why do you have to like sensationalize?
Okay, so why are you Mahalla focusing on
all I'm saying is, listen, there is nothing you could find in an Arab chick that you would not find in a Somali chick. Nothing.
Okay.
So the very fact, so the very fact that you can get everything in a Somali chick and yet you go beyond that, that's questionable.
Yeah, but you see what you're doing, Maverick. Hold on. Unlike M-Stacks, you are comparing Arab chicks and Somali chicks. He didn't compare them. You wanted to be Somali chick versus Arab chick. He just said his preference.
Exactly.
And I don't think it's questionable in 2021 when you've got so many people intermarrying.
So why are you saying 2021? Like that's just that's vegetarian bullshit.
Let him finish, man. Sorry, guys. Ahmed, before you carry on, we've got a new panelist. 1 second.
Okay.
Yo, brother, can you state your name? Speak up, G. Hello, salam alaikum, new panelist.
Yo,
salam alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Wallah, yes, Maga'a.
My name is Khalid.
You know this guy?
Nah. We can only deal with one Khalid at a time.
Come on, man.
I'm joking.
Come on, bigger. I read you. I'll call myself K, whatever. Come through. But who's on the point right now? Someone was saying something.
If I can just finish.
Yeah.
I was just saying that time and context is very important, Magarata, with regards to any topic, Magarata. But anyway, the point is, hold on, because you won't know if you don't know the context of it, you can't really discuss it, can you?
What's the time got to do with the context?
What?
What's the time got to do with the context? If you like a foreign chick 2,000 years ago,
because you're more likely to interact with a foreign chick in 2021 than Magarata 200 years ago. But anyway, let's not sidetrack. Let me make my point.
That's the truth.
Let me make my point. Hold on.
Let the brother finish, Ahmed.
I'm just gonna sum it up, Magarata. The point is, Magarata, I don't think it's questionable, Magarata, that a person has a preference. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. And also, most of the people on the panel, I don't think have a problem or probably do prefer their Somali chicks compared to the other chicks, Magarata. So if someone's listening to the panel, Magarata, the people listening or whatever, might come across, Magarata, sometimes that the panel's arguing about it because they prefer other girls. But I think most people on this panel, as probably on an Arab panel, they prefer their own kind, Magarata. But I'm just arguing to say that it's normal, Magarata. I don't think it's abnormal or unusual. That's all I think.
Especially in this time and age, carry on, Ahmed, to come through.
No one's speaking about normality or abnormality. Nor is anyone speaking about whether it's wrong or right. The question, which is an intellectual inquiry, is why would you go beyond yours? That is a legitimate intellectual inquiry. If you have a problem with that, you have a problem with intellect. Like, how are you telling me no question? Like, just be quiet.
Okay, who wants to go next? What
do you mean by
Sam?
One second, yeah.
Let Thingy come through. Sam, then we'll let Musa come through.
The problem with Ahmed, he's been difficult for no reason. He understands the word preferences. No one's sensationalizing nothing here, man. It's simple English language. We don't need definitions for these kind of words, innit? And the brother Ahmed, when he talks about centuries do matter, a few centuries ago, intermarrying was frowned upon. It was looked down upon.
You could still prefer it.
have to listen though, man. Let me tell you why this fits in, right? The media plays a big part in telling you what beauty is, in it. Because not too long ago, a big-lipped woman, a woman with big lips was a fish, in it. They used to call them fish. But now, white women are injecting their lips to have African woman lips. So the more African style women, these mahalla, the body figure of African. Just too long ago, that was frowned upon. That was ugly. So the beauty mahalla, Ahmed types of beauty, while the media beauty, and it changed, it fluctuates from time to time. Maybe 200 years later, a woman with big lips that looks like a Somali is gonna be, everyone's gonna be like, yo, she's ugly, fam. And not too long ago, Somali women were deemed to be ugly women. But right about now, they're the most beautiful women. Why? Because they have the big lips, they have the body. So that's my point here, man. Like, the media plays a big part in telling you what beauty is, and that's my point to you, Ahmed, man. It's subjective. It's not objective. Why your personal preference, innit?
Okay, so Arthur, listen. First and foremost, guys, I'm not gonna allow you lot to sensationalize the conversation so you can avoid the.
No one's sensationalizing, man. Come on,
man. Listen, hear me out. I have not said what you're doing is wrong or you can't or blah blah blah. I asked you to explain, because at the end of the day, whether you're talking about beauty, whether you're talking about character, whether you're talking about how a woman behaves in relationships, whatever, I need to understand, what is it that a Somali chick does not have for you to go beyond the Somali chick? I don't care if it's Arab, Japanese, Italian, makes no difference.
You're right.
Let me finish, please. I'm trying to simply understand, because you was very sure about, about what you wanted, and you was very sure that what you wanted was not a Somali chick. So I need to know, what is it Somali chicks do not have, or what is it that they do that other women don't do?
Ahmed wants me to say Arab women are more beautiful than Somali women, which I'm not gonna say. No way that's gonna come out of my mouth, right?
Okay, then on what grounds then?
No, that's what he wants me to say. So that's not.
No, okay, I'm asking you, what grounds? Do they behave better?
It's none of that, man.
So if they're not more beautiful,
he didn't say anyone was better.
No, but 1 minute though. If they're not more beautiful and if they don't behave better than Somali women, on what grounds would you look past them?
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you a possible grounds which I would possibly maybe do this. Firstly, I think you took my turn, Maverick. By the way, I was supposed to go second, and you took my turn. You literally
go for it. Go for it, Wudan. Musa, go for it. Wudan, go for it.
Okay. And first reason, maybe, and the surroundings or the environment he's in, he's more interactive with white or black or basically women from other races. That could be one reason. I don't know. Second reason, and Elahi has literally not closed that door for you. Why would you close it on yourself? You've literally said, I'm closing that door. I'm not marrying any other. When Elahi has literally left all them doors open for you, and except you just want to go to this one door. Thirdly, and another point, a man can marry an Arab, a Somali, a Turkish, a Bangladeshi. They're 4 wives. Problem solved. What's your problem?
Oh Lord.
None of those answers answered my questions.
Richard James in the building. James in the building.
No.
Literally, every single one answered your question. Every single one.
Guys, stop trying to be cute, please. Go ahead.
Jeez.
Ahmed,
man's trying to be cute, bro.
He's trying to be difficult. He's literally trying to be difficult and just argue for the sake of arguing.
He knows the answers, man. He knows the thing, man. He's not stupid.
Stacks, I'm still waiting for your answer, B.
My answer is just my inclination, is my personal preference. It's just a preference, wallah. It's got nothing to do with anything else.
Okay, what is your preference based? Okay, listen, I prefer caramel over strawberry because of how it tastes. I prefer Mercedes over BMW because I prefer the insides of a Mercedes better than a BMW. I prefer fat Ronaldo, original Ronaldo, over this fake Cristiano Ronaldo because he was actually talented. See, preferences.
What do you mean, man? Don't put some respect on Cristiano Ronaldo's name, man.
No, his name is next to him. Okay,
dickhead,
Khalid.
bro.
Yo,
Put some respect on Cristiano Ronaldo, fam.
Ali,
No, sorry, X. I'm a big CR7 fan. I'm a big CR7 fan.
So the way
Cristiano Ronaldo couldn't tie the shoelaces of the original Ronaldo. Not even literally tie his shoelaces. So let's move on.
Facts. Come on, man.
So bottom line is preferences are not without reason. So I'm just asking you till now, like it's been nearly an hour. Like, what is your reason?
Because he likes Arab women, fam. Let him, bro. He's a Salafist. He's not gonna find that in this
So he's
community.
been brainwashed. I just want him to admit.
No,
he's
it
brainwashed.
has
Look
nothing to do with being
at this
Salafist.
man.
It has nothing
Look
to
at
do with
this
being
man's
Salafist.
culture and lifestyle. Only the type of he knows what woman's gonna work for him.
Yo, keep in mind, Maverick did not contest any of the points that I said. Any of the points that I said.
Yo, lads, one at a time.
One at a time. Really, there's a cue here. Please be respectful. And notice that Maverick did not and basically contest any of my points. The environment that he's in and closing the doors Elijah has left open for him, marrying multiple wives from different. He's literally avoided every single one of them, answering them. Next, I'll get into another point, and with him when he was talking, I noticed that he said, "Why are you and why is he going for something that's not his own?" As if we own Somali women. Are they our property? Do we own them? This is like the same thing. This is like the same thing. And I think it was that comedian that said it. And African men think they own their women. Like they
come on, man.
All right, one minute.
We don't own them.
One minute.
No,
that's the fourth point, by the way.
One at a time.
That's the fourth point, Maverick. Yeah.
Come on, one at a time, guys, man.
Can I just say one quick one to what he said? Yeah. So, do you think Ilahi created us in nations and tribes for no reason?
Yeah.
Do you think Allah created us in nations and
let
tribes
Richard come through?
Do you want me to answer that right now? Do you want me to answer that right now? Do you want me to answer that now? Okay, I'll tell you. Okay.
Brother, Wutan, please, guys. Remember, guys. Now, guys, one second.
Let me answer that.
One second, guys. Yeah. Remember, we're on a panel. There's 6 of us.
I'm sure you already answered that, but he doesn't want to answer you. That's the thing.
Here's the thing, man. Maverick asked me a question.
He's going to keep going.
I'll put 4 points to Maverick.
So what kind of reason do you want?
I'll put 4 points to Maverick, and he's literally avoided every single one of them. And in response, he's given me a question now. What's his question? Elijah has put us in nations and tribes. That's his question to me. Okay.
The only thing he's going to keep asking is for a reason. That's all, man.
No, I've given him the reasons. I've listen, the environment, the doors Elijah has left open.
That's not
you can marry.
He doesn't want a reason from you. He wants a reason from Stacks.
This is that no reason? First, the environment that he's in. Okay. The environment that he's in. I'll use myself as an example.
Bro, man.
I'll use myself in my area. I know one Somali girl in my area. I know a dozen from other nations.
What's that got to do with preference? Use your brain.
What are you on? I'm a man. I am attracted. You get it? I am attracted.
Chaos. Yo, guys.
Let the brother Stacks. Let the brother Stacks answer.
I'm gonna give one reason I seen Anika. I want to expose myself to a different culture. Is that a good reason for you, Ahmed?
Oh, jeez.
Sorry, I missed it. What'd you say?
I want to expose myself to a different culture.
Jeez.
He wants to expose himself to a different culture.
No, that's powerful. Wait. That's some romantic shit. That's some Casanova shit. I'm done.
One minute. Let me answer you.
I want to hear his answer. 1 second. You always got answer ready for me, Nika, man.
Let me answer you. I want to expose myself to a different culture. And I know that sounds nice, but what the hell does that mean? You don't have to marry. You don't have to marry someone.
But the problem with you here, you know what I'm saying? It's self-explanatory. I want to expose.
No. Are you saying that you want to get to know other cultures?
Myself, meaning me, M-Stacks, to another culture, meaning a foreign culture other than the Somali culture.
Okay, does that mean you want to get to know other cultures? Is that what you're saying?
No, I want to expose myself to another culture, man. That's why I don't want to be stuck in my own culture.
Let me follow you. So if you don't want to get to know other cultures, do you want other cultures to get to know you? Is that what it is?
Both ways, vice versa.
Why? Nothing is without reason.
No, but look,
why
Maverick, you know the
you don't need to get married for that.
Why?
Let's come through. You don't need to get married for that. What the hell does that even mean?
Because you asked me a question. Your question is never ending. It's always like
no, but your question is not an answer. I want to expose myself to a different culture.
Yeah, but you're asking
a template.
Wait, hold on. Let me say one thing. Maverick,
you don't have to get married for someone to get to know you.
Let my man come through.
Again, it's subjective, man. You wanna like superimpose your political or your understanding on other people, man. You don't work like that, man. You're some kind
I haven't told you to do anything. You
right, so what's your problem then?
The thing is, if I can just jump in, I think Maverick.
I'm just asking you a question.
Yeah, but it's a rhetorical question.
Sorry, you are asking questions, but you haven't answered the
let me say one thing, man. Maverick, answer my question. Okay, is child gonna be Somali? Yes or no?
Yeah, that's 100.
Sorry?
One. Is the child gonna be a Somali? Yes or no?
I said, is the child gonna be Somali? Yes or no?
Is the child gonna be Somali? Yes or no?
Child gonna be Somali? Yes or no?
The offspring, as long as it comes
child
from
will
a
be
male,
Somali. What are you talking about?
From a male lineage, you'll be Somali.
Okay, so this is a male Somali man marrying a Arab woman. They're gonna have a child, right? And the child's gonna be Somali regardless. So what's the issue?
Okay, but that's not in dispute though. So it's a pointless point you brought.
If I can just make a side point, I think it's a rhetorical question, simply for the reason that when Maverick came on, he said he believes Somali women are the most beautiful in the world, blah, 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 blah. And so when he asks Stacks the question, he's already given the answer that there is no way that an Arab woman can be more beautiful, Magarata. And he goes, it's demonstrable. I don't even know what the hell that means, but he goes,
demonstrable.
Yeah.
It's one of his famous keywords. That's one of his famous keywords.
Demonstrate, Magarata. It's not a fact. It's an opinion. It's a preference, Magarata. But the thing is, if you
there is such thing. Let him finish, Ahmed. Let him finish.
State something right before you ask the question. You're not really asking a question, Magarata. It's a rhetorical question. You've given the answer to Amstack, so you're saying to Amstack, you're wrong. There's no way you can go for a Somali woman. There must be something wrong with you. That's what you're saying. You are. You said they're the most beautiful.
Why are you speaking for me? I'm right here, my friend. I've said see, when I look at a Somali chick and I look at a non-Somali chick, it doesn't have to be. I don't care whether Arab or Japanese. The bottom line is when you are going beyond something that looks like you, it is questionable. Now, the some of the points that I mentioned might not be what you are looking at when you claim that you prefer someone else. Hence why I'm asking you, what is the key thing that make you go, you know what, I prefer non-Somali? That key thing, that key bullet point that non-Somali girls have that Somali girls don't. That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's it.
The chest and pilot.
The thing is right. When you say that it's your preference, Magarata, and he says it's his preference, and you ask him for a reason, who then gave you reasons? Maybe he interacts with more foreign girls, Magarata. Maybe he's around them more, and so.
No, but that has nothing to do with preference. Can you guys please stop bringing that?
So, okay, listen. Yeah, okay, for you, what's
you're a man. You're a man. You're attracted to females, like
it's long, fam. What's your? Can I ask you a question? Let me ask you a question. Yeah. What is your definition of your preference? What is the definition of preference?
Yes.
Let's ask you. Thank you.
Man.
Really, would you say a woman that you're sexually attracted to? So if the brother's sexually attracted to an Arab-looking Salafi girl, God damn it, let the man fucking be attracted to a damn Salafi woman.
Bro, it's not even this. Just look at it like this. Maverick, would you keep the same energy if woman was doing this? Man, women do it all the time. You're going against a man who's spreading. No, hold up. You're getting mad because a man is spreading his seed.
Yo, Ahmed, remember, really,
nothing wrong with that. He's conquering. He's not getting conquered.
No one's speaking about right or wrong.
Yeah, but also Maverick, you make the silly point, and I'm sure most of the people heard you on the panel say before. He keeps saying as if it's, I don't know where he got the silly idea from. Looks like you, looks like you. What on earth has that even got?
What does that mean, man?
What does that even mean?
Hold on.
Somebody
Did you just ask me what does that even mean? So a Somali
what
girl,
does it even mean?
a Somali girl and a non-Somali girl look the same to you. Not one of them reminds
basically
you.
violating Somali women. Basically, it's basically saying Somali women look like men.
What the hell does it remind you of? Remind you of you.
He's the one discriminating against his own people.
So wait. Well, let me get this straight.
Go on.
So let me get this straight. So to you, Somali women and foreign women are exactly the same. Do you know what foreign means? Do you know what the term foreign means?
Someone that's not you.
Come on.
So if you understand the term foreign, how can you have a problem with me saying someone that looks like you? Like,
I don't know what the hell that has got to do with that.
Someone looks like me. I'm a man. I don't want someone who looks like me.
Man. Come on, bro.
Yeah, man. You have to let the man say what.
Maverick is the only person who I've heard say, I prefer somebody who looks like me. I don't know what guy even says that. It's stupid.
I think, do you know what? Now listen to this.
Wait.
Don't you realize the man's in love with himself? The man's in love with you. Must be super in love with yourself, man.
So now we're going to stoop to that level. So now we're 10-year-olds. Are we going to make homosexual jokes? Is that what we're going to do?
No, it's teasing you. We're teasing you.
I want a woman. Is that what we're going to do now?
Ali, do you want a woman that looks like you, bro? Come on.
No, I don't want no woman that looks like I want a baddie.
Come on. You don't want a khanis. You're not khanis in it. You don't want a man, basically. Is that what you say?
I don't know.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, Banga. So Ahmed, what you violating Somali women? Ahmed is basically saying Somali women are masculine.
Let Ridley come through. Come on, let Ridley come through. Ridley.
Oh, Ridley, how do you know?
My question is this. The loyalty that X has is one-sided. Because that shit ain't coming back to you, Upti. So, you're going to have to fix up your perception. Secondly, this is the strategy of modern-day dating. You cannot pedestalize a woman from whether it be your own culture, any culture. You're just going to look like a waste man. You have to look like you got options, and every woman from every race wants you. Who you want to settle down with and have a family is a completely different topic from who you're gonna date. My brother here, nationally, what's his name, Mr. Stack, wants to spread his seed and create a family with an Arab woman. There's nothing wrong with that, because that woman's probably gonna share the same values as he has. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, let's not act like Somali women are gonna put him on their list of suitable matches when another person from another race might put him on their list of suitable matches. He's trying to exercise his options, you know what I mean, which is smart in this day and age.
Yeah, Khalid, let me tell you something. Yeah, the Turkish, Turkey, bro. Yeah, the Turkish women. Guess who they want? Somali men. Wallahi, they're all after Somali men. So there's a reason why the Turkish women they're after Somali men, right? It's just a preference, bro. It's just like subjective, but you want to make it look like
that's for real. Yo, I need that number.
Yeah, but then Maverick would think but Maverick would think Turkish women are stupid. They don't like guys.
Kebab.
Now, well, I'm being serious though. Bro. If you go Turkey, the women they like Somali men, bro. You need to go Turkey. They're all after if you're a Somali man.
Yo, I was actually looking to move to Turkey because I heard you can get citizenship just by buying a flat, buying a house.
Yeah, and it's cheap as well in Turkey.
Yeah.
Istanbul.
£60 a month, man. 60-70 pounds a month, bro.
Living in a Muslim country, man.
But hold up. Stats. What kind of Arab woman do you want, fam? North African, Leviathan, Khaliji, like what kind of Arab?
Any type, bro. I don't discriminate.
Well, it's gonna be hard for you, Upti. You know what I mean? Them Arabs look down on us, fam. They're gonna laugh at you when you
man. My brethren, is married to an Arab sister, innit? A close friend. Somali, yeah.
How do you do it?
I might bring the money at one time. I'm gonna bring the money at one time.
MashaAllah.
And alhamdulillah, it's good, man. They're married, They have a good family,
Conquest continue.
Yeah. ay nimanka Soomaalida uska ayno shaqada yara bedelo ninkan bidaarta leeyahay wanaga yara waalaya
Ahmed wallahi
He got a bit mad, yeah. For real.
But
come on,
every man in the panel.
So, yeah, he gets that little knock every time.
Khalid.
Yeah.
Khalid.
I love you. Yeah, well.
Ado dhuxul timo jileec adi ka hor weligaa ma
Oh,
You know, I like this. No, listen, no. I like the way
nin
it's going.
meeshan dhuxul waaye timihiisana hindi waaye hindi
Allah ya.
waraas bengaali waa cuniganiyo
Okay, can I say something? Okay, can I say something? Let me say something. When was the last time you shampoo and all of that? When was the last time? When does the last time you went in the shower and you shampoo? I do your nice, just body shower, innit? No need to go barber. When was the last time you sat in a barber shop and you got a fade?
I think you don't even go to a barber. You go to a hair salon. Barbers don't do your hair, bro. Look at your hair.
Come on, that's not a diss. That's not a diss, fam.
What are you talking about?
Compliment. Assalamu alaikum.
Hair salon is a compliment.
Ahmed, you know what it is, yeah? You got the
sit in a hair salon. That's a compliment, yeah.
My Gigi, you got the bedard and you got dents. That's the two killer. The worst thing is, guess what, my brother? You got dents in your head. And the worst thing is, Ahmed, if you got a bedard, god damn, you gotta have a beard, man. You ain't even got a beard. You know,
listen,
Khalid,
Khalid, wallahi, listen, even if you're bald,
you can't be bald without a beard, man.
You can still use the shampoo on the gut, you know that.
But Khalid, check this out though, yeah?
When was the last time you sat comfortably, you went to the barber shop, you got that skin fade trim and raw garki? I forgot you ain't even got a guard.
Okay, what other shit I'm gonna shake it. Listen to this, yeah? I wake up to bear Anjero, Onsi, Habat Spliff, Ordero, Iduman, and all sorts. How do you wake up?
How do I wake up?
What? Is that supposed to be a fun, Neo? How do you wake up?
No, do you know
Tell me, how do you wake up? Because the point is this. The point is this, yeah? Sahib, really and truly, between me and you, you're a iyal. How you going to talk to me about looks?
Wait, كم مقطعين قضيت هاي كم مقطعين أنا بس
أي كم مقطع
وكم مقطعين قضيتها والله سايب listen
I got you there man
listen قضي معبة ما واحد يعيش هذا قضي
عيب مالك نيو قضي وارم باطل قضي وارم
Ahmed, another. Do you know what it is here? I just want to know one thing, bro, man. I just want to know one thing, man. Come on, man. When was the last time you honestly? When was the last time you used conditioner, bro, or shampoo?
Khalid, you're asking the wrong question. Yeah, wait. Khalid, you're asking the wrong question. The question should be, when was the last time? Wait. Khalid, the question should be, when was the last time?
But I'm a well-groomed brother, innit? You see me, Ahmed. I like
Khalid, look at Neo. Wallah, you've been asking the wrong question all night long. The question should be, when was the last time at Shambo saw you today?
Oh, Khalid, let me get this straight.
So, we say, what's Samu?
Wait, Khalid, wait, let me get this straight. Shamba malagu fana hada ilahan kugu dariye. Is that
I'm just wondering.
Wait.
Wallahi,
let me get this straight.
Let me get this straight.
Salmon. You know the song?
Hada sida loo socday. Shamba malagu fana. Is that where we at?
He's not even that.
Listen. أنا قراء لغو دياري صبحي وهير لقاري مسكين كاتا وصبح لغو فانا ويتاي مسكين يو
قراء واحد لغو فانا ما هينا هذا كل
يوم لغو دياري صبحي هذا السوحي قراء لغو دياري يا المامات
قراء كريا لا دياري فرحنا ولا دياري يا قبيس دولا تقولون
يا كو دياري هاي ما هو دياري
حاصلي بقى الحمد لله أنا صار لكن الله ما بحر ما قرأتها
يا كو دياري هاي ما كو دياري سو
نوك حاسوا يسمع
هو إذا فرح لقي هوريا إذا من الاستوديو بلاستيك
هاي ما كو دياري اسمع عبا مساكين كاتا
ما حاصلي بقى ما بقول محا هاي محيطة
هذا واي نيك هلا وانين سينجلا إجلا شيء
سينجل كعب ما هذيو سينجل أقول بري معاه
أنا بدار إجلا شيء سنيسا مسخل فوق المسخل It's relevant, the reason I'm bringing it up. Because bidar means nothing to a man who's already got a wife and who's got everything made for him. What does bidar mean? Or being bold? What does that mean? Are we gonna hold on? Are we saying awaka qurhana? Is that where we at?
No, I'm just saying.
Are you more beautiful than me, darling?
No, I didn't say that. I just said you got
why you bring
the standard of getting a wife?
Why taking
You got some
everything?
dents in your head, man. I said you got dents in your head as well, innit?
Why would you say that? Does that mean you're more beautiful?
Bro, no,
you are beautiful,
Ahmed.
You are beautiful, boss, man.
No, it's just, you know what it is? It's just what I'm saying is, can you not talk like men?
The brother
is men don't talk like this. Men don't say, oh, you are bold.
We do, bro.
You're do all the time, bro. Would you be bold?
Of course.
Get out of here.
What did he say?
Of course.
You are bold.
You're bold, my nigga. That bold ass, marblehead ass, motherfucking heads. You asshole. Shit. You fucking retard ass, you fucking pussy. You ass, nigga. You wear that jacket for 1 year.
I've had more chicks than everyone in this panel put together.
You're chatting shit.
I'm sure the brother was
Kitab Jama Amara. I've had more chicks than everyone on this panel.
he's lying, man.
Wallahi, you're just a fafa, bro. You're a fafa, man.
Bro, I think go get your Arab chick, fam.
Kutub Kajama, you're a fafa.
You little Arab wannabe. Go get your Arab chick. Go get your Arab chick, fam.
بس كتب الجامعة كمية anyway. It's not in the Quran. كتب الجامعة.
Go get your Arab chick, then we'll talk, fam.
ما صير كتب الجامعة.
I don't want to
violate the team. You see him trying to say.
Do you know what it is? No. Do you know what that was? That was Kofton, innit? All of it. We needed to let it out.
Yeah, the guy takes everything so serious, man. Or you have
takes what serious?
So serious.
Out of everyone on this panel right now, the one that needs Turkey the most, is Mr. Birali, man.
Oh, you see Turkey
I don't understand that. Wallah, I literally don't understand that. Listen, why do you think being bold is a thing? Like, why?
Because having a
man, you sound like a governor. I'm rally Sunio.
What I'm on about it, bro. Right now, right now. Dir'a gishanta hena right now. Dir'a xiranta Soma.
No, that's weli abada rag dir'a gashadaniyo. Halka qorta rag dir'a gashada. Halka qorta.
Adiga noocaaga dir'a xiranta no.
Noocaaga. Si aad u hadliyo noocaaga.
Rag bidar le oo dir'a gashan bumbari ku arkay maalin.
Dir'a baa lagu gashaniyo. أما عبايد يكون
imagine the bold guy in a dirع that with no beard as well. Fucking hell.
Wallahi, I'm literally amazed, wallahi.
In the chat here, bold lives matter. Big up.
BLM.
ninkan Maverick la yiraahdo waa nin codsaaniyo anigu waan ka yaabaa videoga waxaan speakers corner waan ku arkaa asagoo taagan ma garata oo bilaar weyn halkaana uu ka cabaadaya ilaahay markiisna calaal badan weeye markaad aragto hadda fiiri Khalid
hadda ilaahay kugu daari you know what I've realized no one on this panel can actually talk to me. This is why you're actually stooping to the level of no. This is why you're stooping to the level of he's got Bidar. Let's make a big song and dance like that.
We were just joking around.
Oh my God, he's bold.
Just because fucking ticket said go Turkey, man. It's not really a bad thing, man. Come on. It's Kofton.
How else is any of you guys gonna talk to me?
It's Kofton.
He's bold.
After go Turkey, well, I'm sure the winning. Go Turkey.
Handicap.
We got a new guy called, what's his name? Governor official. What's going on? The fuck? Catch a troll. Dina Shaitan Kaskanar Ahmed. Mukchana Babalkin Batahai.
Bro, you're haters. Wallahi, billah, you're haters.
Khalid.
Bro, listen, if you can't debate...
This guy is the only one I've seen in my whole life. Oh, Bahasha Abba. Oh, Wilina Kulum. وأنا أركز جدا باشا عبا. Where could they go? They make him calm. This one has the opposite effect, Neo.
I think where do you know me from when you're talking about opposite effects?
Nick, I saw this fucking man and been debating each other for 3 years, man.
Wait. Don't give him Kalahas. Why could you are a spliff?
So what? No, but
Has
you're
to
talking.
live it,
You're
this
talking
guy's talking about Somali women are the best.
You're talking
Find me
about
one single Somali woman in the world that prepares to split for her husband.
where he gets,
Find me.
Wallahi, that's finished. If the Somali woman prepares to split, it's a write-off. Ethiopian Airlines. Ethiopian Airlines. It's a write-off.
Zakir Wahid. Go have it that way. Then talk about it.
ما أدري قول dhibaatada ku haystaniyo waxaa weeye ilaahay amarkiisa maxaad ka dhaadhacsan adiga qof walba inuu kaa soo horjeedo.
What did you say?
Maya, waxaad aaminsanta that everyone is against you. It's you against the panel for some strange reason. I don't know what it is.
Maya, you. I mean, I think left the car on quest. Maya, I don't quest. Qofka laba iska dhaaf. You left the car.
Haya maxaan kaa helaya?
You're hating, bro.
Maxaa taas u tiri? Why you
say? Because you're literally just arguing for the sake of saying, oh, I can argue with X, so let me have a go. So let me just say anything.
Isn't that what you do every day?
Bro.
Maya,
I only came on this panel to ask one legitimate question. That's that.
The thing is, you never get your answer, Magarata. You're not satisfied. That's the problem with you.
I know.
No,
every single person on the panel has given you an answer.
There was no answer given. There was no answer given. It's just the preference.
Maverick, you're a stubborn man. You don't come to learn. You just come to be divisive. You know what I mean? You just like that.
Listen,
I never
you
want
little 17-year-old. You learn what from you?
You see what I'm saying? You didn't have to be me, fam. Okay, damn.
Watch how you speak to your elders, bruv. You don't come to
listen, Maverick, I have a question for you, Neo. How old was you when you first started to lose your hair, Neo?
I'm little 17-year-old talking about you don't come to learn.
وريا يمسك شربة تايتي ممرك كاداتين.
My nigga, do you see a picture of yourself? My nigga. Oh Lord, I pray for you, brother. I pray for you. Nah, man, you guys give him the heat today, man. You guys give him that heat today,
that's rule number 2, man. Rule number 2, Buchip, you're not there. We don't do wily, we don't do family,
I know, you know the truth? The man's teeth look mashed up, bro. The man's hairline, even when he said dancing there, I'm like, you took it too far with that one, fam. Like,
no, I know I was joking, man. It's cuffed, isn't it? It was
yo,
a cuffed thing.
Yo, go see the thumbnails on Speaker's Corner. Oh, that boy looks rude.
Yo, Khalid. Remember we were talking earlier, you told me about this video on your channel, yeah. I forgot, yeah, I'm gonna watch it in a bit, like when you said this guy got smoked by this Twitchina guy, man.
I didn't even put it up yet. No, but
you put it up, man.
صاحبي كان عاوة اسكا سيحدو أحمد وكدك عاوة صباح اسكا سيحو شدان قسكا النار. Furthermore, what I was gonna say to you, Ahmed, what you say? Wait, 1 second. What am I doing? Let me just do this. You guys.